100 nights we've crushed the game, where legends are born and nothing's the same. Grind it out hard where champions play. This is gone, we roll our way. Controllers in hand, the pixels ignite. Our passion explodes in the neon light. The grindhouse roars, the crowd won't stop. This is the mountain, we made it to the top. Where legends transcend. We took the road less traveled by far, kicked up the dust, now here we are. Every glitch fought, every boss slain. The grind is forever, no loss in vain. Raise your glasses, break the chains. The grindhouse stands, we've staked our claim. Stillness fades like a forgotten stream, 'cause we're living the ultimate gamer's dream. Thank you for every battle won, for the highs and lows and the blazing sun, where quality rules and the fakes offend. The gaming grindhouse where legends transcend. Thank you for every battle won, for the highs and lows and the blazing sun, where quality rules and the fakes offend. The gaming grindhouse where legends transcend. Smoke rising, trees crack. Silent step, shadows track. Blades glass, the air shakes. Where's the line? What it takes? Muichiro in the mist. Silent fury, iron twist. Hinokami burns tonight. Flames and mist ignite the fight. Hashira stand, rise again. Demon cries, meet their end. Sky shatters, stars bleed. Thunder roars, hearts feed. Each breath a war cry. Will we live? Will we die? Shinobu's poison kiss. Rengoku's blazing fist. Hinokami burns tonight. Flames and mist ignite path ain't clear. Hell divers are marching where the whispers leer. Dreams are waiting on the edge of light. PCs calling through the endless night. Dreamers fly where the skies unfold. Clowns fall down when the truth is bold. Studios crafting a brand new dawn on the wings of vision till the doubts are gone. Xbox shadows where the echoes fade. Dreams deserve the brightest stage they made. Code is spinning like a comet's flame. Hermit, don't let the spark grow tame. Dreamers fly where the skies unfold. Clouds fall down when the truth is bold. Studios crafting a brand new dawn on the wings of vision till the doubts are gone. Yeah. Platforms crumbling beneath old feet. A dying echo can't compete, but dreams are roaring like a stormy tide. Set them free, let the stars collide. Dreamers fly where the skies unfold. Clouds fall down when the truth is bold. Studios crafting a brand new dawn on the wings of vision till the doubts are. Dreamers fly where the skies unfold. Clouds fall down when the truth is bold. Studios crafting a brand new dawn on the wings of vision till the doubts are gone. Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look at the
Hello, grinders! How's everybody doing out there? Oh man, the show you've been waiting for. We are live. Gaming Grindhouse is open, and it is time to grind those gears.
Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this.
Oh man, grinders! I have seen enough to know I've seen too much. How's everybody doing out there, grinders? Hit that like button, share it out, let them know that we are live early tonight. We are coming in early, not late, but early, because we got stuff to talk about. Yes, the job application that broke the internet. What I've been playing. How did we get to here? And Gamescom are on the plate. So, without further ado, hit that like button. Let me know that you're here in the chat. We got a goal this evening. We got a Hatoki-ness song. You're going to love it. There's a doubleheader. And, by the way, we are looking for another song with the VIP. So, let's go. Listen, let me tell you something. We're going to have fun. I've seen it all. Sam says, just, I've seen it all, Jet. We're going to have some fun. Let me move my keyboard over here. Listen, you're going to have, I've been thinking about it all, listening, watching, lurking in the grind's house, listening to the fans, the grinders. And we got to talk about some things. There are a lot of what the reality is, what the expectations are, what the reaction is, and where do we go from here? It's all going to be covered, so we're going to do it all. A lot to say. I might even open up the grindhouse to see what grinds your gears and how you feel about everything that's going on, even though when you think about it, really nothing has changed over the weekend. But we'll talk about it. And what are we playing? Let's talk about the games first. So hit that like button, share it out. Let's do the shout outs to the grinders in here. We got Albert Gushal with the Flames. Wana, what's up, man? He says games for everyone. Yeah, boys in the house. Easy Tone. We have Sam C. It says, I seen it all. That Jez, yeah, boy. Just back from a week holiday. Oh man, yeah, boy. You should take my advice. Don't go away, because when you come back, it's a craziness. Oh my goodness, it's craziness going on. We're talking about Hatoki-ness. What's up, NG Nelson Gaming? How you doing? Yeah, we're starting early. We're here. Will77, what's up, man? Check out his show. His show was live last today. It was an awesome conversation, man. I heard I heard the grinders. They need the call. We need to talk. We need to get in there. Taran, what's up, man? El Nini in the house. Aaron is here.
Hey, Aaron, where are you?
Oh yeah, he's here. He put down his banana
right now.
He put down Donkey's banana. He had to jump in. He had to see what's going on. Aaron. Steve Leone's in the house. How you doing? He said he's upgrading to a 9070 TX with his new build. Oh man, Steve Leone on the PC. Oh no. Steve Leone, he has a PS, PC, and Switch. Yep, same here, dude. Same here. I even have a PC handheld. Oh, man, I tried them all. Pause. Mango256 in the house. He says a 3070. Well, I got a 4070 Ti, I got a 4070, and I got a 5080. Oof. Anyway, and I got two PS5 Pros. The Pros in the house. And I got a regular PS5 and a Switch, too. Game on Earth and the handhelds. So we're cooking, grinders. We're cooking. That's why this is the thing. These were not gifted to me. This is the hard-earned money that will work for, and I'll enjoy gaming. So when I give opinions on stuff, I have seen the stuff. And I try and I want to be as honest as possible to give you advice to make your purchase decision. So you take the information of my experiences so that you could go out there and make your own choices on stuff. So that's why I want to let everybody know, if you're new here, listen, we have fun, we do stuff, but in all honesty of everything, I love computers, technology, games. I do it all, and I try to do as much as I can hands-on, so that I have the knowledge that I like to share with everybody, because I gain it. I learn it myself. I learned about cameras. I learned about PCs myself. I learned about the gaming and all these different things. Buying a light gun. I got a light gun that I ordered from Europe, and I use it on my emulator arcade. We do a show about that. So, let me know in the comments if there's any kind of things that you have questions on. Maybe I've done it. 3D printing. 3D. I love 3D printing. I showed you some of my prints. There's a lot of things that I try to do, just like that. The handheld PC stuff, because the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Portal, I've got them all. I tried them all. So, my opinion on what's better and what's this, I'm always looking for the best of the best. So it's from my own experience. And even when we approach this whole thing with Totokiness, it's going to be from my experience and for what it is. And there's a lot of misinterpretations. There's a lot of people out there trying to just glaze you and glaze the internet and just try to create this drama. But we really need to think about what it is and what's going to happen and how it affects you as a gamer and your collection and what you want to do and your purchasing decisions. That's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to have fun doing it. Oh, yeah, I got some music. I got some Totokiness in the house. And the Phil Ness won't be far away. But we're going to talk about all this stuff. But let you know, I'm not a one, I don't just do one that this is it. That's the thing. I even look at, my goals and stuff. When we put a goal up there for some music to release for you guys, that's it. I put a goal to stream. Oh, you hit the goal and I'm going to stream a game. It's what? The game is not a punishment. I'm going to stream anyway. So I'm not going to make that a goal. But let me know if you want to have other things to this channel and have other, other areas to cover or something like that, or want me to play a game with the grinders. I don't mind. I've been playing Ready or Not like crazy. But also, I got Death Stranding 2. I got Donkey Kong. Tell Aaron, put the banana down. So, we'll do it. I'm not going to make it a goal to stream a game, because I'm going to play anyway. We do music. We do entertainment. Gamer entertainment. That's right. Shout out everybody coming on in here. Mango going wild in the chat. Buck Rogers, Stephen Leone. Let's see everybody in here. Totoki Music. Corey Massey. What's up, man? Oh, man. It's so friggin' hot up here. Want a member for 18 months. He says, I predict all Sony games will be timed exclusive on PlayStation and launched later on Xbox. Just like their PC strategy. It makes sense. Xbox isn't competition. A good point. I'm going to talk about it. That's right. Oh, man. Compost said he's going to give away Phil Spencer bathwater. Oh, shit. How'd you get that? How'd you get that one? Oh man, Donkey Kong is lit, man. I'm on the 6th world now. I finished Zebra. That Zebra music is fire. And the Switch does have its limitations, but man, oh man, I gotta tell you, the Switch, it does what it does, man. Nintendo knows what they're doing. Holy shit, Steve Leone! I thought you're building a PC. He gives 20 VIPs out. Holy crap! I thought he's building a PC in the house. Oh shit, we gotta get Steve Leone. Thank you. He's doing the Lord's work here. Yo, he wants another song. Oh, damn. Hit him up. Where's my music? I can't even get my... Oh, no. Don't tell me my grindboard's not working. Hold the phone, grinders. Hold the phone. What is going on here? Why is my grind house not working? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, grinders. We have a disturbance in the force. Hold the phone. Let me make sure my grinds board's working, because this will be a very boring show if I can't get my grinds board working here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where is it? Uh-oh. Hope it works now. A little. Woo! There it is. Had a little bit of a scare. There it is. I'm gonna put update.
For the VIP membership,
Pay it forward, man. We up to 100. We get another song. I got 2 of them. I got them all. I got you your music. Yo, it was wild. Dude, I wanted to hit stop the sound and almost hit end stream. Oh, man. I was hit the wrong button. Now I've been devastating. Oh, man. It was the wrong button. Oh, there you go. Steve Leone says he already has the part. His son of mine, I'm just older and got to get motivated, dude. Yeah, I know. Yo, that's that. They need an episode of like the untold stories of PC. Right? Because, yo, man, you could spend hours just trying to get, I got one of these I got one of these 8-bit arcade sticks, right? Friggin' awesome. It works on PC. I use it as PC because it's wireless. By the way, Sony announced their new PlayStation, talking about fight sticks. They announced their new fight stick. Weird name, though. But anyway, I got this 8-bit Duo, right? And it wasn't working with my PC with emulators. I had to go to forums to figure out that, yeah, it doesn't work with Wi-Fi, USB. I have to use Bluetooth. Dude, I spent an hour and a half. Mr. Grimm says the stop music button and end stream are right next to each other. They were the windows were. They were right next to each other. But speaking of arcade sticks, dude, they just they announced this thing today. They finally got a name. I don't know why they gave it a project name, but it is called the PlayStation. I like this case. Here. It is nice. That case is nice, but they call it the Flex Strike. Man. Yo, let me see. They're like a couple letters away from this thing being
Have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this.
Man, Sony, you were playing with fire right here. You could have easily, we could have called that the Flex Stick, and we would have been pausing every single time we talked about it. The Flex Strike, it's called. I don't know. Just call it the PlayStation Arcade Stick. I don't know why we're calling it a Flex Strike. That makes no sense to me. You could have made it a Flex Stick. Pause. Oh, man, the Flex Stick.
I can go directly to Black Nuts.
I don't know. But it does include that cool case, though. That's pretty fire. I like that case. And then the light lights up over there, man. So, looks fire. Looks good. It is called the Flex Strike. I don't know why they named the code Project Defiant, but now it's called the Flex Strike. Defiant, PlayStation Defiant stick. I don't know. I just don't. I don't get the Flex stick. Flex. I keep calling the Flex stick. It's the Flex Strike. So there it is. Simultaneous link PlayStation Link audio. On the PS5, the wireless stick offers a seamless fighting game experience. They can use a single PS Link USB adapter to connect the Flex Strike wireless stick and a Pulse Elite wireless, a Pulse Explorer to the PS5. Wireless fight stick will feature an updated PlayStation Link adapter that's compatible with USB-C. Oh, thank goodness, because the original one is a USB. A Fight Sense. Fight Sense is a good name, Josh. That's a good one. Dual Flight Strike wireless connections. PS5 wireless flight stick, single USB adapter. Durable ergonomic design. Flex Strike wireless stick features unique ergonomic dual sense controller connectivity. Keep your DualSense controller on the PS5 connected at the same time if you like to use it as an additional control for navigating menus. That's good, navigating menus and stuff. Adjustable controls and DualSense inputs. Nice that comes with the case. But no price. I'm thinking at least 200. At least. Maybe a 250. A 2.5 spot. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, 250, 2.5, something like that. I think 250. I don't know. What do you think? Put it in the chat. Speaking of the chat, yo, what's up, Will, with the 20? He goes, that's why this is the only channel I'm a member of, Jez. You bring a lot to the table. Gaming is not a treat. It is the foundation. That's right. Thank you, Will. Yo, and you had some powerful words last night. I appreciate you. Great show. Great job what you're doing on your channel. Everybody go follow Will on his YouTubes. Man, he had a show on Sunday. It was a great show. But I appreciate it, Will. Thank you, man. And keep up the videos you're doing. They're great. Does it play on the internet? He likes those. People need to know, man. Wild times. Josh says 220. I don't know. What? Oh, yo, yeah, boy, 150. Oh, shit. I don't think that. I think it's at least a 2. I think at least it's a 200 for that. But as you put the price, when you think of the Flex Strike, not the Flex Stick, pause, the Flex Strike. Yeah, I think minimum 200. I don't know. But I've been playing, it was fun. That was Steven Leon was on there too. We did, so I've been playing Ready or Not. I played yesterday afternoon with J-Dub and Talus. Yo, we played, and Joey Bats. Yo, that was some fun stuff, man. And we had a full squad in Ready or Not. Yo, it was wild. I got an achievement for not using my gun. A trophy. I keep calling achievements. You can tell where I came from. Xbox. I got a trophy for not using my gun because I got killed in the beginning and the rest of the team finished the mission. Corey says it's 200 is the rumor. 250 is more likely the number. Yeah, I think it's going to come between there. 250. 200, 250. I think it's over. Yeah, but yeah, I know. But you're gonna pay, but you get the case too. So that's why I'm leaning more to 250 because that case comes with it. That case is pretty fire. Like that case you get with it, which you traditionally really don't get a case. You know, you don't get cases with your controls. Very rarely you can get a nice one like that, like a hard sling case like that. Yeah, that's looking 250. That's premium. Yeah, that's right. Bamut Rain says a Hori fight stick. Box is in the name. No, Strike is in the name of this one. But yeah, playing Ready or Not, Death Stranding, Donkey Kong. I've actually played it in handheld mode. It runs okay in handheld mode. I didn't notice as many frame rate drops. But man, you want to know if you're playing Donkey Kong and you want to see frame rate drops, man, pull out to the menu. Pull out to the map of the menu. Man, that thing frame rate drops. You're like, bloop, you see it. You see that frame rate drop on there. So the next set of news, which we'll gloss over real quick, is Sony suing Tencent. Well, this popped up right before the show, so I figured, you know what? Let's use it as a warm-up into the when we talk about Sony stuff. There's a lot to talk about here. So apparently, Sony is suing Tencent for ripping off the Horizon video games. I told you. You do not mess with Herman's lady. That is my girlfriend. You do not try to copy Aloy. She's my girlfriend. That's Herman's girlfriend. If this was any other game, it may have gotten by. But man, when you touch the forsaken Herman girlfriend of Aloy, you're going to have hell to pay. Herman, turn around that yacht. He goes, I'm going to sue their ass. They're trying to copy my Aloy. With that light of Motrium, I'm going to sue you. It's but the passion and the love of Aloy. You do not mess with my girlfriend. You don't want copycats, man. There's only one Aloy, and she's mine. I give her the passion and the love and the mojitos. Oh, man. Herman got that love language. You do not mess with Herman's girlfriend, and Tencent went too far. And they tried to give you the Temu version of Horizon. They said, oh, let's put an antler on the long neck. Let's make her have red hair. Herman is like, there'll be only one redhead, and that's my girl. They'll give her a little pink bot. That doesn't work. It's quality. So Sony is suing them. Tencent, they're coming for you. Sony has filed a lawsuit against Tencent for allegedly ripping off Horizon video games. The lawsuit alleges that Tencent Light of Mortium features identical gameplay, story themes, artistic elements, as well as many other similarities. Man, oh man, let's hopefully that this is not a paid for article. Let me go see. Somebody getting $20. Let's see if they have any more comparison shots, because all I got is that one. Yo, the jacuzzi, hold on. I'm seeing if this is even worthwhile to click on the link. They call it a knockoff. Oh man, Herman using powerful words. Yeah, it's just a summary. It's Sony and Tencent Holdings. Herman Holtz is not part of the Sony team, though. Yo, what's up, Liquid Data? How you doing? But I told you, man, they could have copied Astrobot. You could have even copied. You could have even copied maybe Last of Us and maybe Nathan Drake. But man, once you touch the sacred Aloy, Herman's girlfriend, he is coming after you, splits and all. So Tencent, you got a lot of money, so get ready to pay up. Because, dude, that does look like somebody hit the copy and paste. And if Sony knows anything about copy and paste, they got Bungie right there to show them. Oh, shit!
I don't
Oh, man! We're roasting them. Oh, man. That's who found it. No one found it. The Bungie team found it. They're like, oh, shit, people are copying. Sony! People are copying us. The Bungie team found it. They know. They're like, yep, that's a copy. They got him. Oh, shit. Bungie was on the case. Bungie found it. Oh, damn. I'm here all night, Grinders. Hit that like button. Sean Layden is cheating on Herman Holtz's girlfriend. That's right. Sean Layden's like, yo, Herman won't know if Aloy stays with me one night, I'll copy with her. Oh, man. That was right, man. The marathon team go, yo, hey, Sony, don't worry about us copying anybody. Yo, look at Tencent over there. Hey, Herman's your girlfriend. Oh, Herman's like, that is enough. Turn this boat around right now. I got to sue somebody and give them a split punch right in the nuts. Aloy has the passion and love. I have created her for my studios. I cannot let her be copied in some bullshit Temu goddamn version of Horizon. I will not have that happen. We still need the Aloy multiplayer game where I run around as all the Aloys. Dude, you don't mess with Aloy. So Tencent FAFO. There you go. They touched the wrong redhead. Fake Man Bad Pig. Remember, 18 months ago, yo, Jazz, football season's almost here. Go Birds. Oh, no. Go Giants. We might have they might be able to throw the ball this year. Oh, maybe one down at least. Maybe the Giants, you think the Giants have one pass? I don't know. We got 30 quarterbacks and nobody to throw to. I don't know about the Giants this year. Eagles are going to be fire as usual, probably. I got to deal with it. Oh, shit, Roberto Max. Look at Fake Man Bad Pig. He got all the Eagles fans riled up in the chat. Oh, not like this. Not like this. I'm hoping we complete some passes this year with 3 quarterbacks with the Giants team. They put on pads today, I heard. Oh, shit, Ron M's going too. Oh, and he's rubbing it in with Barkley. Oh, you guys. You knew what a rough year I had last year. Oh, man. Oh, no. Not like this. Oh, shit, Corey Massey's running around. Oh, man. Look what you did, Fate Man Bad Pig. I should take away that VIP. You got them all riled up. Oh, man. They're all riled up now. Hey, you the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. You played a great game. You destroyed Kansas City. I know you want Kansas City to win. But, man. But hopefully the Giants could do something. They're going to be like the Rutgers team. Every game's going to be an upset. Because they get expected to lose every single one. I don't know. Oh, man, Ron M feels bad for me. He's giving me 10 VIPs. Oh, shit, Ron giving the 10 VIPs. He says, there you go. Here's something to cry into. Oh, shit, we're talking about my Giants. Oh, man.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Oh, well, thank you, Ron M. I appreciate it with the 10 VIPs in the house. There we go. We're cooking. We're cooking today, Grinded. You know we're coming. You know the next thing's coming. We got bombs coming in now. I know. They got him jumping on that Madden cover, Corey.
Thank you for the VIP membership.
I don't like when people on the front of that thing. Remember when McNabb was on the front? Oh.
Thank you for the VIP.
That's right, Ron. Better than Dallas. That's right. We don't like Dallas. We'll tell him J-Dub's a Houston fan, so we'll get him. Yeah, Diablo, I know. See, we're in the same boat. He's a Colts fan. Yeah, we got to have our own little I don't know about football season. I'll probably watch the first game, watch the Giants throw that first interception and say, yep, I'll see you next season. Always my time. Oh, but anyway, Grinders. So there's the suing. But let's get into, it's 8 o'clock. The Grinders have known this is the normal Grindhouse time. So let them all in there, share it out, let them know. And here we go. The job application that broke the interwebs. There was a whole YouTube trailer for Bootleg Horizon. Dude, do they still have it? Let me see. Is it still out there? Let me see. What is it called? The Tencent Horizon game? That's what I'm going to search for. The Tencent Horizon game. Trailer. Oh, here it is. Let's look at the trailer before it gets taken down. Before we get into the big one, let's see. This is my girlfriend. A bootleg version. Oh man, they even scan and stuff. Oh, the Temu Horizon. Oh no. There's the focus. Oh man, Tencent, you mess with the wrong redhead. Oh no. They messed with the wrong redhead. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah, we see all these bootlegs.
Wake up.
Wake up, Aloy. Oh, man. Herman is like, this is bullshit. Look at this. Oh, my God.
I call you forth, the fourth breath I grant you, to live in this world which spirals against time.
You sue their ass. Oh, man. This is nasty work right here. This is nasty work. Oh, man. This is ridiculous. You mess with my girlfriend, Aloy. I will not have this bullshit. Oh, they even copied Halo in that thing, dude. That looks like a freaking Halo spire. Oh, man. Bootleg Aloy. Oh, no. They did the parachute. Oh. Oh, no. I gotta mute this thing. I don't know what kind of bootleg music you got in this thing. Dude. Yo. Tencent going out there, copy and paste.
With you always, as long as the world shall live.
Oh no, they even have the, they even have like the red, oh my god, they like the what the hell is this? The chaotic oh, I forgot what it was, dude. The chaotic look, like the possessed like red thing. Oh my god, not like this.
I had this dream
Bootleg.
where a god that blessed brought destruction. So why can't human beings kill God?
Yo, Sony's like, Exhibit A, YouTube, we out. Pay us. Oh man, even the Frozen, they got the Frozen Wilds. Oh no. Dude, they got everything. This is crazy. This is nasty work. Tencent, Temu Horizon. Oh no, she's mounted too. Oh no. Sue their ass. Grindhouse Law says you got a case. What are we doing here? This is some nasty work right here. This is some nasty, nasty work. Tencent, you piece of trash. You don't mess with Herman's girlfriend. You don't mess with Herman's girlfriend, man. This, we got the passion of Aloy. That's bootleg bullshit. Look at this bullshit. Yo, it even it looks like a fan-made version of Horizon. Even her animations look like ass. Her animations look like Temu. Oh man, oh look at it. Oh, they put some building in there. Yeah, probably some monetization horse shit too. Oh, pay us some real 10-cent credits and you can build your Aloy bootleg base. Oh no, they're gonna do multiplayer. You cannot do multiplayer on Aloy. There's only one Aloy. Yo. This is... Yo.
I have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this. You can do everything.
Nasty, nasty work, Tencent. Man, oh man. This looks horrible too. The animations look like garbage. Oh man. You really gonna get away with this? They're gonna be, you fight this at a garage sale. Yo. Nasty. How much of this shit goes on? Oh no. They're still fighting? The mounts look pretty damn cool. That looks pretty cool.
5 times I erased you.
5.
Yet still, you won't silence up.
Oh, man.
How much more resurgence do you need, anyway?
Yo, what is this thing? 7 months ago. Bro, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just don't make it obvious. The lack of shame here is almost respectable. Yo, this is hilarious. My non-wife gamer saw me watching the trailer and said, "You already played that." Oh man. The fact that Horizon Zero Dawn remaster trailer is as recommended right next to it is hilarious. They even copied the grass. Sony hiring some Nintendo lawyers within the next week. The developers asked ChatGPT to make a Horizon clone. This is what they got. Yo, that is some nasty work right there. They even copied the music style. Sony is suing 6 hours ago. Somebody wrote pre-alpha footage, more like pre-lawsuit. Oh my goodness. This is from the studio that brought you Pal World presents its newest release, Horizon Destiny Monster Hunter Arc Zero Hunter Dawn Rise. That is crazy, dude. Oh, look at this. They copied the Falling Star Beast from Elden Ring. Tencent. The Tencent mashup. Oh man, they live up to their name, Tencent. That's what they were, 10 cents. Oh man, you got a case. Grindhouse Law says case, pay up. Tencent, you better pay up. That is some nasty work right there, man. That's not even hiding that thing. Oh man, Jenna Hayes with the $5. She goes, I hope Sony suing Tencent won't tarnish their relationship with Chinese developers. Did you see the latest on Phantom Blade Zero and Lost Soul Aside? Yes, I did see the new trailer of Phantom Blade Zero. Oh, Lost Soul Aside I did see. It looks pretty damn good. No, it was Phantom Blade. I keep getting them mixed up. Phantom Blade Zero. Wanna with the 2, he goes, hit that like or Jez will port the show to Xbox. That's right. I want to have box in the name. The grind box. Oh no.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
Phil says I should make it grind box.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
You're my number one customer.
Easy Tone with the 4. He goes, if this ends up on Xbox, this might be the closest they get to Horizon, even if Sony's multiplat. Yo, this thing's not seen the light of day. Easy Tone. Herman's stopping this thing. He's like, stop the yacht. Glassdoor Game with the 2. He goes, Horizon, I'll take your spawn, Herman. You don't mess with Herman's girlfriend. That's his passion. He loves it. We love Aloy, the passion of Aloy. We love it. You don't mess with his girlfriend. He's like, turn this shit around. Somebody trying to steal my lady. We have to get the splits. Nobody does a Herman split. All right, Herman, but we're talking about splits now. There's ripping your pants. Yo, that Battlefield 6 multiplayer liquidated that leaked. Dude, that shit looked fire, man. Yo, I'm all about Battlefield 6, man. I can't wait for that. Definitely getting it. I'm definitely getting that. Call of Duty, I don't know. That might be just a play over the weekend skip. I don't know. But Battlefield, I'm a Battlefield nut, and I love what I saw with Battlefield 6. So if you got to see the leaked multiplayer, it looks awesome. You could even drag your players down. You could drag them now, so you don't have to. They don't just sit there and roll on the floor like a friggin' cannoli. You could actually drag them to somewhere to go cover and revive them. Pretty awesome. But Battlefield, man, I hope it cooks because it looked awesome from what I seen. Definitely looked good. That's right. Sergeant Herman jumped off the yacht. He's like, get me to land as quickly as possible. So now that we saw that trailer, I had to see that thing. Yo, they're done. They're done. They're cooked. 10 cent will be 0 cent after that. After Sony sues them, they're going to be 10 cent. They're going to turn into 9 cent because Sony's going to take like $1 million from them. And be like, yeah, we were 10 cent. Now we're 9 cent. 10 cent. Oh, 1 cent, 2 cent, 10 cent. Oh, 1 cent, 10 cent, 1 cent. Oh, now they're 9 cent. So that's right. Put in the chat. You heard it here first. New name be 10 cent goes to 9 cent. Because Sony suing their ass. Take $1 million. All right. Now to what we're here for, grinders. The show of shows. The thing that broke the internet and gave Xbox fans a glimmer of hope. They were just about to put the last pile of dirt on them in the ET hole. They were just about to say, you know what? Phil says he's done, and the last shovel is going to be right over them, and it's just about there, and they just see the little last shovel was going over them in the ET hole.
ET better move over. Xbox says make some room.
They were right there.
It's
They
coming.
looked up. Don't do the last shovel. It's over. It's over.
Hole.
Phil don't care about you. Xbox, it's over.
Very Xbox in the ET.
Ah, what's that? A beam of light comes in. Pew! And they look up and they go, oh, what's that? Is it Phil? Is it Phil Spencer? What is it? What? I can't make it out. Who is it? Phil saving us from Barry? Who is it? Hatoki? PlayStation saving us out of the ET hole? It's Hatoki. Puts out a hand going, come out of here, bot. I save you. I'm going to give you some hope. Phil Spencer said zero hope. He's excited about what he didn't announce. Never announced it. But it was a hand that reached out to them. And it was friggin' Hatokiness. They look up. And they look up and they see this shine off the top of his bald head. They're like, you're here to save us, bots? And he's like, yes. I gave you Helldivers too. Maybe more's coming. A tokiness. His bald head shimmering in the ET sun. And then this post came up. I got more to tell you. Here we go again. Grinders, this is the thing. So we're going to just talk about it, what it is. I know you've probably seen this thing so much. Probably want to roll your eyes. Hit that like button and let's bear with the torture of going through this thing. I'm not going to read every line here. Let's read the things that stood out to me. And then we'll talk about what it is, what it's not, the reaction, the reality, and where do we go from here? So this job post up, and you know what happens? The way the crumbles in this community. Media, nobody researching. It happened over the weekend. Nobody was around. Dusty was baking cookies. Harris was just trying to figure out what came in the mail, what free thing he got. Nobody was around. So everybody ran wild for the weekend. Everybody applied for the job. Phil Spencer applying. He says he's going to turn it to Playbox.
Where the box is in the name of our brand.
He says, I want to turn it to Playbox. It's like, no, Phil, you can't apply. So, Senior Director of Multiplatform and Account Management, all right? So, the thing that's going bonkers is the key responsibilities of this role. This person is they're going to report to the Vice President of Commercial Management as a Senior Director of Multiplatform Account Management. You'll play critical leadership in shaping and executing global commercial strategy titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware, including Steam, Epic Store, which we're familiar with, Xbox,
Where the box is in the name of our brand.
Nintendo, and mobile. All right? So we got box, and we got mobile in there, and we got Nintendo. This role is accountable for optimizing the title profitability, ensuring cross-functional alignment, and leading high-performing team across a multi-platform expansion, mid-range commercial planning, and platform partner management. So, that's what they got. Okay? So, the key responsibilities. Oversee the out-of-year mid-range commercial strategy. So right there, you know, these are not the day ones. These are going to be ones that are part of their portfolio, right? And you're going to take that and put it on non-platforms of PlayStation. Cross-functional planning, leading the contribution of PlayStation Studios mid to long-term planning. Studio partnerships, act as a primary commercial liaison and escalation point for heads of production, studio leads, securing alignment and buy-in and go-to-market strategies, go-to-market execution. And this was the one that I found very intriguing. The music's annoying me, Grinder. Sorry if it's annoying you. I can't. I don't want to deal with the music. I got a lot of thoughts here, and the music's driving me crazy. And my my keyboard sounds like wet farts. Yeah, there you go. It's the booty board. I call it the booty board. This is the one that I don't know if anybody could. This was a little bit of this. So the team leadership. So direct and develop a team of senior managers across a multi-platform strategy, platform sales, and planning. Direct reports include. This is where I was like, there's a little too much. There's a little too much.
Where the box is in the
There's a little too much box here. This is where I got a little like, huh? A little zoinks. Well, where's Shaggy? I didn't see Shaggy. Shaggy didn't go.
Like zoinks.
A little bit of too much box.
Where the box
The little
is
box.
the name of our brand.
So this is the team. The director of multi-platform strategy account management. So you're a senior director. So this is the director. A senior manager in platform sales, but not in those other ones that we talked about. Epic Store, mobile. No, he is Xbox
Where the box is
and PC. And then the manager of platform planning and performance of PC and Xbox. That is the thing that I'm like, what? What are we doing here? Why is there Xbox? Who is that senior manager? Is that Phil Spencer? Is that Sarah Bond? A senior manager and a manager of platform sales of Xbox and PC. I don't know why you need a person of sales on Xbox. They don't even track their own sales, but there's going to be a Sony employee that's in charge of Xbox sales. Well, that's a weekend job right there. That guy could do that job from the pool because nothing's selling over there. But I thought there was a little too much focus on a platform that has 2 feet out the door and the ass is they're one ass poke away from leaving the goddamn industry with the console. Why is there such an obsession with Xbox on a Sony job posting? That's where it grinded my gears a little bit. I'm like, what are we doing here? You would think I would want a Switch person, a mobile person, even PC. But have somebody built a Xbox? Stank. Like, the console is so bad that Shaggy...
Indie's the best Xbox exclusive in years, and specifically in 3 years.
Janky Jones was the best thing they got in 3 years. Janky Jones. Is that something where you need a person there? Is right. See. Well, you can count to 10. Oh, well, senior manager. You got 10 fingers. You got them all. Let me see. And you can count to 10. Excellent. You're in charge of Xbox sales. Probably won't sell any more than 10 or maybe 5. So then I thought it was a little like, huh? Maybe they do have a Nintendo person already. But then why this newfound love for the Xbox? So that's where I was like, very interesting there. And then there's their job if you want to apply. What I think is friggin' hilarious, and nobody has picked this out, Grinders. Nobody has picked this thing out. But if you take your eyes, see, this is why you come to here. Because we're going to read it like real people and not like nutcases. Let me show you something. This job, let's go down to the word bonus. A bonus of a qualification is that you're a gamer with in-depth industry knowledge across platforms and genres. Now that is something that you got to hit the...
Like zoinks.
It's a bonus if you're a gamer. Hence why we see all these stupid ass deals and these stupid ass ideas going through. Maybe if you got more gamers, maybe if it was a friggin' requirement that they game and they know have an in-depth knowledge of the industry, we get better decisions. Maybe it's not a bonus. It should be a requirement. Oh, it's a bonus if you play any games. The fuck? What? I expect everybody to be playing games over there. A bonus. An in-depth industry knowledge. You mean you could walk off the streets, a dumbass go, what is a game? What's this controller do? Who is this for? What do I do with the buttons? No, that's my accent. What do I do with they must get the Xbox ninjas over there. What is this? A PlayStation? What is I'm a gamer. I don't play games. I'm one of the Xbox ninjas. I worked on the Series S. Oh shit, you're hired. Bonus a gamer. Yo. Damn, no wonder you make dumbass decisions, Hitokiness. You surround yourself with assholes. Oh man, Hitokiness. Hitokiness wants senior directors and a bonus if you're a gamer. Oh man. It's just like, it's just messed up, dude. It's just wait, where's my where's my thing here?
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
Good job. Surround yourself with ignorance. Maybe that they're from Xbox. We don't need to play games. But anyway, I thought that was crazy. So it says lead platforms across PC and console ecosystems. Steam, Epic, Xbox, and Nintendo, ensuring strong collaboration and promotion. So that is the job description that went bonkers on the internet. Okay. There it is. That is the core of the whole slate is coming. Every game on PlayStation is now going to Xbox. That's right. That's a tokiness. That's a toki. That's when you walk into the job interview, JC. That's what they hear. This is where it all came from. Just a job post. Easy Tone with the 5. He goes, so we can't even buy movies on Xbox anymore, but Sony wants to sell PlayStation games on it. That's right. FAFO. That's the Grindhouse model of what Sony's doing over here. But this is what caused Xbox fans to run around and say this. Where I don't have to say it.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
And they declare themselves victorious. That PlayStation will put all their exclusive games on Xbox, a dying platform that Phil Spencer was killing 2 weeks ago. So I didn't like all the Xbox in here, which I like I said before. But my take on this is that this didn't change anything. The thing that raised my eyebrows and said, oh, we're doing something different now. And I don't understand the outrage to this article or to this job posting, because I would have thought the outrage would have happened the beginning of the month when Helldivers was being built specifically for Xbox. That is a shift in something that I'm like, yo, that is something that's strange. That is definitely a pivot. That's a change. Because now you are specifically having Nixus develop for the Xbox when that game was already on PC, selling great on PlayStation. You would have been better off putting it on a Switch too, or a Switch with their install base. But why would you waste time trying to develop for the S, which we see developers skip it time and time again because they can't get it optimized on it. And secondly, put it on a platform that is the most expensive and increased price that since May and has not sold, and it is just month over month over month, just hemorrhaging sales. You wasted your first party development studio's time to port it to that? That is the question that I had, and that should have been an outrage in July. I don't know why everybody came to this and going, oh, now I'm done with it. PlayStation, it's over. It's like, what? Dude, what happened with Helldivers 2? You would have been done then with your PlayStation. You would have been done when they put their IP on PC. You would have been done back when they put Horizon Forbidden West on PC and God of War and Spider-Man. How many times have we done with PlayStation? But you're still here. And now you're done because of a job post. That is the overreaction to this thing. Because if it really bothered you, you would have been out back then if you really felt a certain way about this. But Helldivers 2 was a change. And I told you when that happened, when I came back from Grindcation, I said, yo, that is weird. I think Herman lost a bet on the yacht. But it looks like from this, and I said, I don't trust them. And that's why I say FAFO PlayStation, because I think there's a little bit of Hitokiness going on here and a hubris. I do feel that Sony does not see, just like they said about PC. Just like they said about PC, they don't consider that they don't see it as affecting their sales. But you want to know what? I would say affecting their sales of consoles yet. And that's where we'll come visit that. But they're not seeing the console not sell because they put their games for the last 5 years on PC. They're like, those people would never buy a PlayStation, so now they get more games. And now they look at Xbox. Phil can't wait to get rid of that console. And Sony is throwing out a lure of Helldivers 2 to try to say, hey, you want a little bit of taste of what we're doing. But is that really going to work? Who the hell knows? But as of right now, it's not hurting their bottom dollar. Yet. See, that's the problem with this whole thing. Is once you go, it's hard to reel back in. Just look at Microsoft and Xbox. Once you expose that stuff out there, it's hard to do that. It's hard to be, oh, no, that was just a sample. That was just a lure to get them to come to play. Yo, that is some 4D chess. Really? Because what I would do is just make my place the best place to play these games and the only place to play these games. And if you don't want to buy my shit at the price I'm asking, then get what? Wait for a sale. Wait for a sale until I put it on sale. Or don't play my games. I don't care. I need to make you have that FOMO. And while right now the PlayStation 5 may not be affected by it, the Pro may not be affected by it. To Tokiness, I said this before. When you roll out your PS6 and you got your IP, it's on Xbox because Phil likes it.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
You got Spider-Man swinging around on an Xbox. You got goddamn Uncharted jumping on a Switch too. You got everybody jumping on PC. And now you're going to try to come around with a piece of hardware. You have now given people choice not to pick up your device. You will get the people that want it day one, that have their libraries, but it's going to be the third, maybe the second, the third, the fourth tier of people that would traditionally wait. For example, the PlayStation 4. You looked at the chart that they showed, and they have just about less than half of the people on a PS4. If you are a PS4 owner, the roads are not super clear anymore to go buy a PS5. It's not. Because now you could sit there and go, wait a second. I could buy a PS5, but wait, I could also buy a PC. Yeah. I could go play all the games that they've released already on PC for the last 4 years. That may be an option for me. That was never an option before, but now you created another pathway. And just like with this Helldivers 2, you created some sort of open pathway. You opened up Pandora's box to now say, hey, there is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. There is a chance that a PlayStation IP may show up on my preferred platform of Xbox. Because you took the time and put Helldivers there as a what? An experiment? But now you started that conversation. So that's why it's now FAFO. And if you think you're immune to it, I got some news for you, Sony. And Hitoki.
PlayStation FAFO. You gon' learn the hard way. Hickory nest, better watch out when you fly too close to the sun. Just ask Phil, he got permanent tan lines on his ass.
FAFO, Sony. That's the thing. It is a risk. Will it pay off for them? Will it backfire? We don't know. But to go like, oh, so you're done with PlayStation because of this job posting, because Xbox is on there. It's like, okay, so I guess you're not playing Ghost of Yotai. I guess you're done. I guess when Wolverine gets announced, you're done. When Intergalactic gets shown, I guess you'll just be sitting in the background going like, I'm done with PlayStation because of the job posting. Or you're going to be there with your videos, with your tweets, with your hype reels going, oh man, we back. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. And we do this every friggin' time. Every time a game is announced for PlayStation, or when a PlayStation game is going to PC, it is like the whole slate. Every time. And everybody gets all riled up. Like, dude. They said, actually, let's go to the receipts and hear what they say. But they gotta have their actions match their words. So, if you're gonna make PlayStation consoles the premier place to play, the best place to play, the first place to play, because they're at 78 million already. They're just spreading the love now. They're like, yo, put it on other things. Nobody's gonna knock us off this cliff. Hey, dude, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. That's why I think you gotta be very calculating about what you do. And I don't think Helldivers on Xbox was the thing that you needed to do. But, you know, you want to go put Spider-Man on Xbox? I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm just going to advise everybody here. It may happen. Spider-Man on Xbox? It may. Does that make you throw your PlayStation out the window? No. Is it the same thing that Xbox did? No, and we'll talk about that. It's not, because that's the fallacy. That's the narrative that people are trying to feed. Oh, this is exactly why Xbox is dead, because of this job. And like, yo, man, if you think that's why Xbox is dead, well, I got news. I got 6 years of Grindhouse for you. I got 6 years of gaming Grindhouse for you if you want to know why Xbox is where it is. It's not because of a senior director of multi-platform strategies. Come on. I'm going to list why they are where they are. It's not because of this. Because people just want to go so hard on like, oh man, it's all coming, I'm done. Pause. It does. That's right. He says, it could come. It's the brand, and Sony wants to spread their brand, but because it's going to be hard to brand if you have now exposed people to your identity on other platforms. The home of PlayStation, the home of this, like they are balancing a very fine line. This is the challenge that they have, and this is the reality of the situation. Is it good? I don't think so. I wouldn't have done it. But Hitokiness wants his money. And they want to fund their games, apparently. Because I'm sitting here going, you know what, PlayStation? You know what you could have did? You want more money? Have Nixus. Go get Bloodborne and make it 60 frames. Have Nixus. Go get Twisted Metal and turn it into a collection getting ready for the show. Sell to your audience, just like Nintendo does. They'll eat it up. People will buy it and celebrate you have such a history of PlayStation. You made us celebrate it with great controllers, bitch. Why don't you go back to those games and make us celebrate that shit as well? Especially since the migration of Xbox players to PlayStation, or on these other platforms, you have a whole bunch of new people that never experienced the early days of PlayStation. Now's the time. But instead, you want to take what you already have and just slap a sticker on it and throw it on other platforms? That's lazy bullshit. That's quick money. And that's what they're doing. Quick ass money. But you got a legacy. Dude, look at what Nintendo does. Oh, here's Super Mario RPG! Woo!
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Not that one. Woo! And I'm not even talking about remastering, Corey. I'm talking about maybe bringing those franchises back. Or putting them as a collection. Like, do something with it. Look what they did with Shadow of the Colossus. That was a remaster. Look what they did with Demon's Souls. It was a launch title for the PlayStation 5, Demon's Souls. And I'm not saying just do all that, but there's a billion other things I could think that Sony could do that could help build their identity, to build a need for their platform, just with the history that they have. Not taking Helldivers 2 and slapping an Xbox sticker on it and just saying, oh yeah, bring that shit over there. It's lazy. It's grubby. It's just easy money. And they're going to take the easy money route. But what they don't realize is exclusives matter. Exclusives build the purpose of your brand. And it is going to be hard when you are trying to sell more of your branded product, and you got to now make sure that you have FOMO day one bangers. Because if you don't have bangers, then people will look elsewhere. No, Roberto, people don't want to play those old-ass PS1 games. Yeah, make them updated. Put them in a collection. There's a lot of little things that they can do to bring back IP that people want and celebrate the brand and strengthen it and sell. Because what they're doing with their legacy titles and their PlayStation service is ass. But taking your games and putting them elsewhere, you're playing with fire, man. And we will see. That's why I say, it's FAFO. So if they want to play with this game, they want to sit there and say, hey, let's put our games, more people, more playing, all that horse shit. You're doing it at a cost. You're doing it at a cost. But let me say, wouldn't you rather them go into their library of franchises, legacy games, SOCOM, shit like that, and have their support studios do something with those IPs, whether they're remakes, redos, or whatever the hell they are? Build it there rather than taking somebody that something they released already and putting it on another platform. Because that doesn't provide benefits to the owners of their platform. Oh, look, Helldivers on Xbox. How does that benefit a PlayStation owner? More people to play. It's like, oh, bullshit. Half these service games get shut down, more people to play. Because they can't keep the battle passes up. Yeah, there's the list. Motorstorm, shit. And then you look, and this is the problem that I have with PlayStation. They put Hot Shots Golf. Bandai's making it. It's not on. It's going to Switch. That's a Sony IP. Everybody's Golf was something that I played, right? Well, Everybody's Golf had a VR mode. But the new game that comes out, Hot Shots Golf, it's on the Switch, but doesn't have a PlayStation 2 VR mode. Priorities, bitch. And that's the shit that annoys me. You have a VR. Everybody's Golf had VR mode on it. Now you bring back Hot Shots, Everybody's Golf. Bullshit. Bandai's making it. They put fucking Pac-Man in the game, but you don't put a VR mode for your PSVR 2. It's your goddamn IP, dumbass Atoki. Where's your priorities, bitch ass? You sold us a VR headset. Put a VR mode in Everybody's Golf, you clown. Oh, but we're going to put Pac-Man. Bandai made it for the Switch. And that's where the bullshit starts to happen. That's where the FAFO. And that's the kind of bullshit that happened to Xbox. It was those little things where you start caring about putting your shit on other places instead of taking care of the features and things for your own platform. And that's where my whole criticisms come up with PSVR 2. Where is that? You could have easily done a VR mode in that thing. Whether you play it or not, it doesn't matter. It was in the first game with the base PSVR. It's their franchise. It's their IP. But you skip that. And the feature now is Pac-Man's in it. So that's where we start teetering that line of FAFO. You have the person who buys the most and spends the most, but now you better make sure that everything you feed them is the best. Otherwise, they will go and find other places. And that is what you don't want happening. So their games like Intergalactic, their games like Solus friggin' gaming. You can't get that goddamn name. But their games, Wolverine and shit, they need to be bangers because now Sony's putting a lot of pressure on themselves to sell. Goso Yote, exactly. Those games need to make bank. And they got to hit and hit hard, and people want to buy it. Because they know that they got this window of a year or so that this game is going to cook on PlayStation and make the console do what it does and make the players who own that console feel the way they do. Build our platform, build our identity, have people pay and subscribe and buy peripherals and become part of our ecosystem and stay. Come for the exclusives, but stay for everything else. Sony has to put a lot of pressure on them for every single one of their games from their first party needs to hit hard. You can't have a mistake, because that mistake then turns into, oh, well, why am I playing here? So they are putting a lot of pressure on themselves for their first party tentpole titles. And if it's not good, then they can't milk this shit on other platforms. And again, I'm not trying to say bring these games back for list wars or shit like that, Corey. What I'm saying is, like, if I had to have my porting studios do something, I would rather them spend time working on the IP legacy that I have and do something with it, whether put it in a collection or a remaster, do something with my identity, than just have them take stuff and slap a sticker on it and work on another platform, because that really doesn't help my identity. It's a risk. Does Helldivers associated with PlayStation? Maybe, I'm sure it is. But even by putting that stuff on PC, is it? I don't know. They have yet to really see the effects of this stuff. And I think it's going to happen when they go to the next PlayStation 6. Because now people will be like, okay, well, I'm going to buy the PlayStation 6. But after the FOMO, the first wave, the second and third waves that usually carry on later, we even see people sitting on PS4. Those people may not be quick to get a PS6. And the first Helldivers came to PC after it released on, and it was nowhere near the banger that this thing was. But it came out on PC, not on day one, though. The first Helldivers. But what I'm saying is that it's going to get harder and harder to try to sell your platform. And the problem is, too, is that they don't really have... See, Microsoft makes money on Windows. So, like, if they sell a Windows product, they have an alternative need for that. PlayStation don't have that. They don't have a storefront. They have no vested... They don't even sell VAIO computers anymore. So they really are just, like, selling you the software. That's it. They're selling the game. There's no other kind of reach around, wrap around bullshit that they're getting.
You're my #1 customer.
And that's what I said. I'll get other Liquidators, your other super chat. But Liquidator with the 2, he says, but I always say don't spread yourself too thin. And that's going to lead me into this whole fiasco of, like, this is exactly what Xbox did. Let me get Liquidator's other one with the 10. He goes, is it fair to say that maybe 10% of us are hardcore gamers and are in the know of gaming news? And Sony said this is the most successful generation ever. That goes back to you saying what changed. Yeah, they have not seen anything change. And if you remember, Liquidator, if you remember, they said Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan said that they don't see them putting stuff on PC as any kind of negative effect on PlayStation. And they've been doing it for 5 years. Are they saying we have the lowest console sales? Where they had challenge selling the Pro? Everybody was trying to push PC when the Pro came out, and it looks like the Pro's doing well. And everybody's right in the chat. GTA 6 is going to light up the charts. And that is going to move people to the console, whatever. And people will go, yeah, of course they will. But speaking of Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan, talking about this, let's go to him. I like to see Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan. This is before, this dude did a full-ass interview with PlayStation Pulse headphones. Dude. Let's hear what he had to say when they asked him the question. Now remember, this is 2021, so let's hear what he had to say.
Slide page number 31. IT other than games, content other than games on the PlayStation platform, the products other than the games.
Wait, let's get him. No.
The second question.
This is it.
Horizon Zero.
The games. This.
She's translating.
Mid-range plan, how much growth are you anticipating in this space? Slide page number 31. IT other than games, content other than games on the PlayStation platform, the products other than the games. For the sales of these, how much importance will they carry for Sony for the next 3 years? The sales of the contents other than games, how much sales are you anticipating for the next 3 years? Thank you.
She said the other games, other platforms. So she's talking about putting your games on other platforms. How many? Yeah, Gal Gadot. He wishes he probably got interviewed by Gal Gadot. But how many, like, what do you anticipate the sales are going to be by putting your games on other platforms? Tell him, Jim Jarrett.
Thank you for your question. So we are beginning our journey to take PlayStation first-party IP off console. We started last year by publishing 2 of our games on PC, Horizon Zero Dawn and Predator.
Predator.
And both were profitable, and really had a very successful publishing debut. We will continue that in FY21, and we will continue that beyond. In FY21, we will begin to publish some of our iconic PlayStation IP on mobile, and we anticipate that in 2021, that will not provide a significant profit flow. But we do anticipate that as we learn from that experience, and as we increase the number of titles that we publish on mobile, that the contribution from both PC and mobile will start to become steadily more important as time passes. The second question relating to chart 31, as regards the financial performance of SIE, we believe that the very great majority of our revenue and our profitability will come from gaming-related activity, but we do see the synergistic benefits, for example, of our IP been deployed in Sony Pictures, television, and movie products, and that, I think, is likely to see a much more meaningful financial contribution to the overall Sony result. Thank you for your question.
I was like pulling teeth, man. I'm like, oh, man. This was the beginning. This was the start of this experiment. That's why when people say, like, oh, this is just, you know, it's just a little bit. And that's where I got to tell you, like, for those that are saying, like, it's never going to happen, it may, because it started. Dude, it started just like, oh, just a little bit. Look at this. Just look at this stuff. That's why I'm saying it seems impossible, but it may happen. So just be ready for when it happens. And again, we'll talk about how this affects us, how this affects like this stuff in a little bit. But here, look at this. Here is some Herman Holst. PlayStation is no stranger to publishing titles on PC, but Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the largest games to make this leap. Is this anything you would like to say? Is there anything you want to say to PlayStation fans? What does it mean for the future? And here comes Herman. What's up, Nate Dogg? How you doing, man? Here's Herman Ness. Sure. He goes, sure, I think it's important that we stay open to new ideas of how we introduce more people to PlayStation and show people maybe what they've been missing out on. and maybe to put a few minds at ease. Grinders, remember the freak out that just happened. To put some minds at ease, releasing one first-party AAA title to PC doesn't necessarily mean that every game now will come to PC. In my mind, Horizon Zero Dawn is just a great fit in this particular instance. We don't have any plans for day-and-date PC releases, and we remain 100% committed to dedicated hardware.
Bullshit.
There you go. Herman Ness. There's a split in his pants. Just one game doesn't mean, yo, we've been, now if you want to take something back, this is them. This is not Phil Spencer saying just 4 games. This is Herman Holtz and Sony Ness, Hitoki Ness, Herman Ness. It sounds like Phil Ness, Easy Tone. Yes, we dig up all the Nesses here at the Gaming Grindhouse. Because going back and seeing what they've done day and date. Oh, we're not doing day. Oh, well, all of a sudden now service games were day and oh, now we're doing Helldivers. Whoa. That's why when they sit here and go back to the videos and he's like, it's about the passion and the love and the game. I wouldn't put it past them to put Spider-Man on Xbox. Like I said, they want to play with fire. They're going to get burnt. And then what's going to happen is when it's time for us to make a decision on where we go next with our libraries, with our next console, with our next gaming experience, there are going to be more choices because they are messing around right now. They think they're at top of the mountain. They think that they could just put their stuff everywhere and grow and be great. Yo, you're better off just making movies, bitch. But when you mess with the games and put them on other platforms and start that in a conversation, start that pathway, you are going to create a bottleneck that's going to affect you down the line. And that's why I've always said PlayStation FAFO. Because the stuff that helped build you up to what you are is the stuff that you are now giving to other. You are selling it other for $1. And if it's worth that extra money to fund your games because Hitoki wants that money, well, they are definitely chipping away at what it means for PlayStation identity. And there you go. And what's crazy is that just like what Liquid Data said, spreading themselves too thin. Now, the one good thing they have here, and we'll talk about it, is what happened, how Xbox handled this thing. And they did exactly that mistake. Sony's smart having Nixus and supporting studios do the ports because it doesn't take away the quality. But let's go back to the fireside chit-chat. Herman Ness of back then, and now let's hear Herman now. And his new CEO. Remember, there's a whole, they are still trying to fit in Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan. He left them with PlayStation, and he left them on his last day with his cookies, and Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan walked out of there.
Pass is fucking raw shit! Raw! Raw chicken! It's raw. It's fucking raw. They look raw! Raw, Carol! Fucking raw! Raw! Fuck off. And by the way, it's raw.
It's raw. Let's hear. Because what's interesting is the question that this guy asks him is about the Switch 2, because of potential power being a threat to PlayStation. They weren't even talking about Xbox.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
They were talking about the Switch 2. Let's hear what he had to say.
Turn to the business environment as a whole. Some investors, to be quite honest, are concerned that the improved specifications of the Switch 2 and Nintendo's improved relationships with third-party publishers will lead to tougher competition for PlayStation in the next few years.
Tougher competition. Investors are worried about the Switch 2 being tougher competition. How does Herman Holtz not go, bitch, we're giving them everybody's golf. RIP golf game. Switch has Mario Golf, dumbass. Why are you giving them everybody's Hot Shots Golf? You know that's going to suck compared to Mario Golf, right? Or what are you trying to do? Oh, let's get out before Mario Golf? They already got a golf game. Your Everybody's Golf is a copy of Mario Golf. Hot Shots Golf. Keep that shit where you belong. Oh, but no, let that Bandai make it. Put Pac-Man in it and put it on the Switch. Well, competition. I guess you're blurring those lines.
What do you think about those concerns?
Yeah, so we closely monitor, the kind of overall gaming industry, including the action of other market participants. Additionally, catalysts in the market are great for the industry as a whole. And then as they reinvigorate the excitement and the demand more broadly. So it's great to have people launching new things. However, as I mentioned previously, we have a differentiated strategy. So PlayStation 5 is designed for an immersive gaming experience. And this includes the innovative DualSense controllers features as well. We believe PS5 level performance is required to achieve a great experience on big screens. And in this...
Let me tell you something. Nishino, the DualSense is great, right? It is a great experience on PlayStation. But you also remember the DualSense also works on PC as well. So we cannot just say, well, the DualSense makes PlayStation special. This is the problem. Is if he thinks that the DualSense is the differentiator, then it works on PC. Dude, the Steam uses it beautifully. Triggers and all. So what are you talking about? Now, Totoki's not here. He's the one who's sending the message down to these bozos. So the DualSense is the differentiator. It's your IP. This is what I don't understand with these dumbasses. Even the, like, your IP is what makes you, like, I'm telling you, they're flying close to the sun because they're not, or they know that they got some IP that they're cooking with Wolverine. I don't know when this shit's coming out. Wolverine, X-Men, whatever the hell they're doing. Intergalactic is going to blow up the world. I don't know. But thinking that the DualSense is a differentiator of why somebody will play on a PlayStation, it also works on PC as well. Yo, War, it's pretty damn close, dude. Warwana, it's pretty damn close. It's not a nothing burger. I'll tell you, it's not like the thing just like limps on PC. It works on PC. And for a little rumble and a little tension here and there, that's even, it's not like it doesn't work on PC, but then works on console. It's pretty damn close. So, nah, Roberto. I'm not fighting no console war. All I'm saying, if this son of a bitch wants to sell you more hardware, are you buying it, Roberto? If this son of a bitch is giving you a PS6 and telling you the control rumbles in your pants, are you buying it? Or are you going to sit back and go, I got options? If the console war's over, then they shouldn't be making consoles anymore. It's over. There's no need for the consoles anymore. If the games are ubiquitous, then we don't need their shit. But as long as they are trying to package something in a box and sell you a product, then what makes that product worth a damn? That's the problem. Why are you buying it? Why are you buying it, Roberto? if there are options to play the games on that system somewhere else. Why are you buying it? People buy games, they don't buy consoles. So if you think that the rumble of the controller is going to be something and not the games, but then you look at what the PC's doing, and they're trying to turn PC into console. That's why I mean all this PC shit, it's not affecting them now. But wait till if SteamOS picks up, or if they do something with that Xbox app and they make a PC easy to start up with a controller, and you have everything. All this PC shit's gonna backfire right in their face. Because they're looking at the PC customer as somebody different. And currently they are. But if you keep enticing them, and giving them free online play over there, better sales, more flexibility, and a console experience could happen on PC, if it happens. Now you can't pull the plug back. You can't pull the carpet back and come back to us unless you start pulling exclusives back to you. But people buy games, not consoles. And that's the thing that they are now they are spreading their games. It makes the purpose of a console possibly a tough sell. Like I said, possibly. And timed exclusivity. They have been very lucrative on how long games are going and very random and calculating. But what they're doing, though, is they're creating the narrative and discussion that I could play those games somewhere else. And we'll see. But I'm saying it's not affecting the PS5, and you're not going to see it now. But in the future, when they start pulling out a PS6 out their ass, I could see Hitokiness going, well, the pre-orders are a little low for the PS6. It's like, no shit, dumbass. You just fuck around and found out. That's what happened. Well, why the PS6 pre-orders are low? Well, you just told people they can get the milk from somebody else's cow. That's what I mean. For a quick buck, a quick alley, for a quickie. You went over there for a quickie, and now guess what? We weren't expecting this. What happened to our PS6 pre-orders? What happened? What are we doing wrong here? You don't know. But the PS6. Well, let's keep hearing the horse shit that they got to say on this thing.
Way we have provided a unique offering for players and creators in this current console generation. However, publishers' strategies are increasingly shifting towards being multi-platform, so more platforms can run the same game, which is great from a creator's perspective. Among those platforms, our mission is that we will continue to be best place to play and publish. As such, we have empowered our creators to leverage our offering and the services to create amazing, unique experience for players with high engagement and great monetization opportunities. We have done this consistently as the industry and the competitive dynamics has evolved.
Sounds pretty damn confident, don't you think? Nishino confidence there. He sounds, we have done this. Monetization and engagement. Sounds pretty damn confident. Keep it going. You think you're immune. Ryan, do you remember what happened? They thought they were immune with the PS2. And you will spend anything you want for the PS3.
You're my #1 customer.
Go get a second job. Giant enemy crabs. We got all the memory cards and all this stuff. And look what happened. They got humbled in the PS3 because Xbox came and were hungrier. And they rested on their laurels of the PS2 and how high they, oh man, nobody's gonna, and they got kicked in the nuts.
I have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts.
People
Watch
throw
this.
the
Can do
money
everything
at a PS3, and they had to fight tooth and nail to get back with their IP, with their games. And then they realized that they needed not only their games, but they needed publishers to piggyback off their games. And that's where the PS4 came in. And now they don't have competition. They're competing with themselves. So they're like, yo, put it over there. Who cares? And again, that's great. But will it bite them in the ass? They got to make even harder cases for their next console. And their games need to have a kick-ass launch lineup. And they can't say play your old games better. They got to have differentiation of why this is special, why they have exclusives. And the thing is, though, is that now you create a narrative that those exclusives are not there all the time. So if I keep over here, now I'm deciding to upgrade, like the PS4. A PS4 gamer right now has the option now. They don't know, like, hey, I love God of War, so I got to get a PS5. It's like, wait a second, hold the phone. You know, you could invest in a PC, and you could play those God of War games that released on PlayStation. And now there's a different pathway. Well, it's a dotted line or a straight line. The option now is there, which it wasn't there before. Let's go to Beauty and the Beast. Something there that wasn't there before. That's what I mean with Sony FAFO. So it's just going to be more options the next hardware that they sell. So their games have to be even better and more engaging and better looking, and that to entice people to choose that pathway. And that's the thing that people need to decide on. And that's the world that they're creating, the risk that they're taking. So they must be very confident. Now let's hear about the software.
And of course, PlayStation Studio and our franchise have a special role in showcasing the PlayStation experience and then strengthening the players' relationship with us.
Some investors are also concerned that Nintendo's appeal to the younger generation could lead to market share declines for PlayStation if those younger users choose not to graduate to PlayStation as they age. What is Sony Interactive doing to increase its addressable market among younger users and its overall mix of users?
The PlayStation brand and offering has resonated with a wide range of players over 3 decades now. And number of the users engaged on our platform continues to grow. That by supporting such a large number of creators, we are able to provide the largest range of content available, catering to all demographics, geographics, and the play styles, etc. So we believe that by constantly investing in players' relationship with the brand and our relationship with creators, we will ensure we stay close to all players' hearts through their lifetime.
Yeah, and so if I may add to that, so on the first-party content side, we're also reaching to a greater range of audiences more directly, including younger players with our first-party lineup. In addition to our franchises with more, I would call that multi-generational fan bases, such as Marvel Spider-Man, we also have franchises that appeal to a range of different player segments. Horizon is a good example. It's been very popular with female players. Astrobot from our lovely team Asobi in Tokyo has been a hit with children and adults alike. So we also continue to drive engagement with the PlayStation ecosystem and brand by bringing our franchises to new formats, film, television, and anime. Anime in particular is appealing to key younger audiences, so that's going to be very helpful for us.
Artificial intelligence.
We don't need to hear that. I'll skip to the other part. Easy Tone with the 10. He goes, this is like movie studios going, just let people stream it day and date. More engagement. Whoops, we're not selling movie tickets anymore. They don't do day and date movies now, but people got used to it. Yeah, They've been trying to direct people back to the movie theater ever since that. I know everybody was using that as a claim, like, oh, everything's just going to be subscription and all this other stuff. No, man. They want them to get back into the movie theater. That's why they've been like trying to get people back in the movie theater. Only in theaters. Only in theaters. And yeah. But people see them come to streaming services faster now. But they're not day and date like they used to be. HBO learned that lesson real quick. You know, and movies were easily forgotten about when they got streamed. If they weren't viral, they got shot. Remember the Matrix Matrix Reborn with? Oh man, that was this. Now, let's hear this part.
As well as potential applications in supporting live service content pipelines through much more opportunity to personalize.
What are you talking about, Herman?
AI, obviously, for quite a while.
I don't hear about AI.
Largely focus on the KPIs that reflect the core pillars of our businesses: audience engagement and monetization. We have achieved a record high numbers of monthly active users. This has been driven by the success of the PlayStation 5, but also by our strategy of providing additional ways for players to access our platform. Importantly, this strategy allows us to capture the value from different player bases, each with different monetization profiles. So as a result, we have been able to achieve record high levels of engagement and spending on the content and the services.
Yeah, and so for the studio business, I would say that we're focused on quality, on timely delivery, engagement, and profitability. Of course, ongoing monetization as well. So back to those pillars I was talking about in single player, we're focused on consistently delivering at least one tentpole title per year, the right time in the year, at the right quality level, which have players come to expect from PlayStation Studios. In life.
And that can't dip, Herman! Herman! That can't dip. That pillar, that is the tallest pillar. You better be sitting on that, be 15 inches. Pause.
I can go directly to blackness.
Timely delivery. Equality. Equality, Herman. Just one quality high stick pillar. You better be sitting on that pillar. But that's the key. Pillars. It makes that one pillar something that needs to stand out because that's going to be the pillar that you're standing on, dude.
Services, we're focused on building a recurring base of enduring live service titles.
The marathon is cooked,
engagement
dude.
And monetization
wonders.
as achieved by our releases to date. And then finally, we'll continue to grow our franchises through a very thoughtful release cadence and as transmedia properties. Achieved by our releases to date. And then finally...
So what this job is, that we come in full circle... The pillars of a turtleneck. Dude, hit that like button, grinders. One game a year, Herman said. You got one pillar. One pillar that's 10 inches. Pause. Oh, shit.
I can go directly to blackness.
You better stand on that pillar. That better be the tallest pillar. Because that's the only pillar that I give a shit about. Man, I think it's the only pillar that we care about. That's it. One game, he said. He's a one-trick pony. Oh, shit, Herman. Herman! Pillar Station. Dude, Herman Holt's gonna try to carry PlayStation with one-hit wonders. Oh, shit, a pillar a year. Dude, that's the only pillar that I care about. And they put grind, hit that like button. Is that the only pillar that you give a shit? One tentpole quality game. Herman, that sounds like a half split. That sounds like a bend over. What happened to the full-ass Herman split quality games? You giving us one? I like it better when it's one pillar. And then your live service games? Oh, shit. Come on, Herman. Are we going to be talking about Helldivers 2 like Xbox talks about Minecraft? Come on, Herman. Herman. Goaty pillars. Oh, man, Herman. The second part is their live service games. We canceled all of them, but we got Helldivers 2. Dude, Marathon is not it, dude. Herman, your pillar 2 is limp. All right. But Aaron, this is the thing. One game per year. If you are looking at pillar number 2, service games, and then pillar number 3 is they're putting their games on other shit. That one pillar tentpole needs to be lights out banger. Like, it needs to like erase the bullshit, the tidal wave. It needs to, and that's the pressure that they're built upon. Instead of saying no, it's about that pillar is a two-pronged, like we need to drop, not one game. What happens that 1 year where that game don't hit? What happens when that game doesn't do what it needs to do? You get a Returnal or something like that. That's the one pillar tentpole game, and it doesn't cook the way it needs to cook. And now people start looking elsewhere. People go, yeah, you know, PlayStation only won this year. Like, one? Really? What else is over there? Oh, wait, what's this? Ooh, what's that? And that's what happens. You are really putting a lot of pressure on your shoulders for that one tentpole game. And I know you said at least, but that's a lot of pressure, especially when you're focusing on the other two, where number 2 is on everything, and number 3 is putting those key just listen to the 3 pillars.
On building a recurring base, right? Quell is talking about in single player. We're focused on consistently delivering at least one tentpole title per year, the right time in the year, at the right quality level, which have players come to expect from PlayStation Studios. In live services, we're focused on building a recurring base of enduring live service titles that drive ongoing engagement and monetization as achieved by our releases to date. And then finally, we'll continue to grow our franchises through a very thoughtful release cadence and as transmedia properties.
Thoughtful release cadence, which is releasing their game on other platforms, which that job posting's about, and transmedia, which is basically movies. And yeah, brother from the 5th floor, he says, yeah, Ghost of Yote, yeah, and he said, like, at least one. So maybe he does have 2. Death Stranding, Ghost of Yote, again, and Lost Soul Side, those are their second party deals. But again, that's not what he, you know, and then like next year they got the fighting game. So that's part of their second pillar. But what I'm saying is, for identity of the PlayStation hardware, the console, basically that first pillar is the key to the city, because that is the tentpole single player banger. And that's a lot of pressure to put on there if that's going to be your identity, because the other 2 is service games, which, yeah, that could be good, but also they're on both platforms, PC and console. And then the third pillar is putting your games on other platforms, those tentpole games on other platforms. So really, the beacon of light, the reason to own their hardware, is the DualSense vibration and the at least one tentpole game a year. Now, that's at least one. But do you see the issue with that as a long-term strategy? That puts a lot of pressure on those games, because that is going to be the single identifier of why it's there. Now, yes, you include China Hero Project, you include second-party deals, things like that to fill it in. But again, their identity, their reasoning, their best foot forward is one. And that seems like a big pillar to balance on. That's a leaning tower pillar. So that's why, like I said, Sony, PlayStation FAFO. Because the more those other pillars carry the PlayStation, what it seems to be, right? We hear a lot more of remasters and PC ports and things like that. And then we get quality games sprinkled in, first-party games, second-party deals, Stellar Blade, things like that. But from their first party, it's definitely been a pillar. You know what I mean? Especially since the last year or so, they said that they weren't having sequels, but now we're coming out with them. So, like I said before, have Nixus build up to support that pillar. Have your studios, like what Aaron said, like, you know, make some little games to support that pillar. But they're putting it all on there. And now this question.
Our revenue to be from
amount each have players come to expect from PlayStation releases to date or franchise
compared with fiscal year 2000. You expect to increase operating income amount and margin percentage in fiscal year 2025 compared with fiscal year 2024. But can you further grow them in fiscal 2026? And if so, how do you intend to do so?
So, starting by, the PlayStation business is in a very good position and has a very strong momentum. We expect to continue this momentum and remain optimistic about fiscal year 26 and beyond. So in particular, as we approach the second half of the MRP period, we expect an even higher level of our revenue to be from content and services, which will improve the overall profitability of the business. Our roadmap of first-party titles and the high expectations we have for the third-party titles will directly drive the business' natural operating leverage. Additionally, as we are focused on growing the PS Plus business profitably, continuing to drive subscriber growth in our premium and extra tiers. And finally, we expect the ongoing focus on operational excellence to translate into a positive impact on profitability. So overall, we remain committed to contributing meaningfully to Sony Group's MRP target of operating profit CAGR of 10% or more and cumulative operating profit margin of 10% or more.
How do you expect the financial profile of your business to evolve over the long term?
So again, the business fundamentals are strong, and we expect this to continue across many key areas. First, strong sales growth driven by highly engaged and multi-generation MAU. And then an increase in...
See, everything is strong. Everything is great. Everything is, we are going to keep growing and keep doing this. Yeah. You are banking on all this. But it could come back and bite you in the ass. And when it does, Hitoki's going to be, what happened? It's like, dude, you were playing with the fire and now you burnt. Well, get them back. Get them all back. Why are they not gravitating to our platform all the time? Well, our tentpole title really wasn't a tent. It was more of a limp. It didn't hit the way it needed to do. Oh, we'll get them back. Why are they, what are they doing? Well, we got to start bringing exclusives back. We got to stop that porting shit. But that's quick money. Well, you want quick money or do you want the people that buy and spend the most? See, that's the balancing act. You can't have it both ways. And right now, they're trying to eat good on both ways. Like, oh, I got these PlayStation guys that are buying all my peripherals, buying all the monetizations, buying all these games, and building their libraries, buying. But start poking around at the bear. You're going to get slashed. Stop poking. Start giving them other options. Start ticking them off. And you'll see what happens. Give them other options. Give other better options. And put them on Xbox. Like, putting the game on Xbox, I can understand the PC shit, different audience. But when you're taking your multiplayer game and you're having your own first-party studios bring it to Xbox, somebody lost a bet. Somebody got their head up their ass. Because that is not a game you want to play right now. Even the Switch shit. I know that's another audience. But still. That Helldivers 2 to Xbox is a head scratcher to me. And it should be. Because it makes no sense at all. And I don't give... And they should have explained it. They should have said why this is happening. But since they didn't, I think more is going to happen. Because if it was a one-off, then they wouldn't have, they would have, oh yeah, well, this was a special thing that we did. Dude, no. They just announced, yeah, no, it's coming. Yeah, whoa, wait, what else is coming? That's why I said, let's not be surprised if this shit happens. But it's not better options, Corey. The thing is that different library of games. There's a tons of PC games that don't go to PlayStation. Like, that's the thing. There's a lot. And take for somebody who migrated. I told you, I have 375 Xbox games. But it took me to go get a PlayStation and stop playing their games and realize all the games I was missing. So I started building my PlayStation library. There it was. I was ingrained in the Xbox ecosystem. I was set. But then they told me, oh, look at these games come out better looking on a PC, and you could play it before we released the X. Well, then I bought a gaming PC and I started experimenting in these better looking games. And I was like, whoa, look at this. And it made me feel free from that Xbox ecosystem that I was living and talking on and chatting and playing with friends. And I was like, whoa, look at these other games that I'm missing out on because I'm so ingrained in this Xbox ecosystem. Well, then I started playing on PC because Phil said, oh, games are over there. I was like, oh, I could chat with my friends. I can still do it. So it's like an extension. Well, I found CD keys. I found other games, other things. I was like, whoa, look at all this stuff. I never knew this stuff was here. Mods. Whoa. Phil, was that a byproduct of you telling me to go to PC? Because I just found a whole bunch of stuff. But you took the people that were focused and living in your world, and you now have given them somewhere else to play where there are games that you don't have. And it may not be the masses, but it is an option that you created. So, like I said, FAFO. I'm not saying go throw your PlayStations out the window. I'm not throwing mine out, and we'll talk about it. Like I said, this is not new. But it seems that every time it rears its head, we need to talk about it. And the thing is, the only thing that I think was more of a shock move than anything and showed that they don't give a shit is bringing Helldivers 2 to Xbox. That is a head scratcher. That is something that's like, whoa, okay, well, the doors are open now. Well, the doors are open. But they're cheaper too, Corey. Like they are, you get those games cheaper than on PlayStation. Nobody wants Half-Life Alyx on PSVR 2. Oh, but you could play it on PC. That didn't come over to the PlayStation. Whereas the Counter-Strikes and all those games that play and all those games, there's a lot of games. And they are cheaper. But I'm not saying that you're going to leave and go to, I'm just saying the options are there. Everybody's looking at definitive, like, oh, I'm never going to PC. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about me. I'm saying you cannot deny the path that they're opening by doing that. So for somebody that may be considering a PlayStation, they now have alternative options to experience PlayStation games. Where that decision would have been easy before was like, oh, I got a PS4, I will get PS5. And there are people that will do that. But what Sony is doing is they're opening up the gates. And maybe the gates will be too wide open for them to rein it back in when they want to try to move their next systems. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that all you guys should leave. Like, no way. That's stupid. Especially if you built libraries on PlayStation. The thing is that they are opening up the, come on, would anybody say Spider-Man was coming to Xbox if it wasn't that pathway that they basically created? Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox. Dude, they gave them now content for months. Potential teasing for months of like, just waiting for the slate to come. Will it come? Who knows? But that was weird ass shit.
The PS Plus, we spoke about that, increase in PS Plus revenue due to the shift to the higher tier.
PS Plus revenue this latest, shifting to the higher tier. Well, they don't need to pay for PS Plus on PC. You don't even have a store. So where's that PS Plus revenue coming from? From the people who buy and spend the most. This is the thing. it might take somebody going, wait, I'm paying for online when I could play the same games and not. I remember when I did it with Gears. I was like, wait a second. I didn't renew my Xbox Live because I'm like, wait, I could play Gears on PC and not pay for Xbox Live. I slowly weaned off of that Xbox ecosystem. When I saw that I could experience all their stuff on PC, I did it. I did it. But the difference is that they made it easy. They had your chat set up there. They even honored your purchases. They made it so easy. And then the day and date removed any FOMO. See, that's the difference. That's the difference here, is that this move is not Xbox. That's the difference. Xbox made it easy to leave. They're not making it easy. They still do their first party games only on their platform. That's the key element. But like I said before, that's that one pillar. You got to keep that thing strong. But this is not what happened to Xbox. Xbox is a completely different. But they have a vested interest in PC. PlayStation doesn't. So that's why people going hard on this. I'm just explaining what the possibilities are. I'm trying to give you both perspectives. Does it suck? Yes. Exclusives matter? Fuck yeah, they do. They built your identity. They built the reason to own. They drive the customer, all the things that she's talking about. The person who buys the most and spends the most, and your comfort exclusives stay for the multiplats. Putting their games on other platforms, I think it's a risk. But right now, it's not biting them in the ass yet, but it does have potential. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying, let's roast them, throw out your PlayStations, it's over. Like some people, because then they should have threw them out months ago, years ago when they started this venture, because nothing really has changed. Except for the Helldivers 2 going to Xbox. That was a change. That was a pivot. And if you were done with PlayStation then, that should have been it. Not this job posting. But exclusives matter. They give the identity. I'm not saying more people, the more play. But like all the stuff that she's banking on, PlayStation Plus subscriptions, all that stuff, that is all living on the console. So if you want to bite off that potential revenue because you want to give people options to play somewhere else, that is a risk that you're taking. That's all I'm saying. It's a risk. That's why I say we need to see where this goes. How far will they push it? Will they stop putting Spider-Man on Xbox? Okay, I got you, Corey. I know the grind is everybody's very passionate about this stuff because, yeah, we were sold an apple and now they're giving us a lemon. It's like, whoa, whoa. Don't take it as a serious one game. And we saw Phil Spencer lie to everybody. So everybody's real quick to roast their ass, going, you're not lying with my ass. But the thing is, too, is that they are still delivering the goods. And that's the thing that I wanted to leave. But let's finish what she has to say, and I'm going to explain how this is not Xbox.
And then on the first-party live services, becoming more consistent, predictable, and growing revenue stream. And also the continued strength and...
Yo, let me tell you something, Grinders. Let me tell you something here. These clowns with their live service, dude, Marathon is getting smashed. Fair games is fair gone. What are they talking about? Do they think that maybe they're banking on that fighting game? But man, oh man. They are talking live service like they've been cooking. Dude, you got one trick pony and Helldivers. Everything else is face down, ass up in the ET hole. So I don't know what future and service games you the dopes are talking about, but you are glazed. If you think that these live service games, you're talking about live service like it's your first party, like how you talk about your first party games. Dude, man. Live service. Roll my eyes. PlayStation Glaze Token. I know this was the film before they got Token. So 2 games maybe.
Reliable delivery of our tentpole titles, incremental revenue also generated by going off console with our first-party IP. And finally, also the continuous strength and reliable delivery of our tentpole
titles. That's a tokiness right there.
Incremental revenue also generated by going off console and growing revenue stream. And also the continued strength and reliable delivery of our tentpole titles, incremental revenue also generated by going off console with our first-party IP.
There she goes again. There she goes. There she goes again. There she goes. Y'all crazy, man. This token. Yo, hit that like button, man. Yo, there she goes. Running that mouth. Off console. Dude, that's like off-Broadway shit. Tentpole games, dude. Oh, God. Wait, please. Where is... Get over here. Get over here. Tentpole games is this summer. Yo, get over here. I gotta get this again.
And also the continued strength and reliable delivery of our tentpole titles, incremental revenue also generated by going off console with our first-party IP. And finally...
You gon' learn the hard way. Hickory nest, better watch out when you fly too close to the sun. Just ask Phil, he got permanent tan lines.
You guys, man, you're playing with fire. Hit that like button, grinders. Sony FAFO.
PlayStation FAFO. You're gonna learn the hard way. Talking this, better watch out when you fly too close to the sun. Just ask Phil, he got permanent tan lines on his ass.
Playbox.
PlayStation FAFO. You're gonna learn the hard way. Hicking this, better watch out when you fly too close to the sun. Just ask Phil, he got permanent tan lines on his ass.
Another hit. Get him, Ryan, Jim Ryan. Take those notes and put them tonight. He's taking notes.
Go learn the hard way. Hicking this, better watch out when you fly too close to the sun. Just ask Phil, he got permanent tan lines on his ass. PlayStation FAFO. You're gonna learn the hard way. Hicking this, better watch out when you fly too close to the sun. Just ask Phil, he got permanent tan lines on his ass.
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at
FAFO.
Phil, how does permanent tan lines?
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at
And I see the grinders. You're all right. We are not the bots. And this is not Xbox. What's happening with PlayStation right now is not what happened to Xbox, okay? The difference there was that they lost their core audience. They put Xbox games, Gears Tactics, Flight Simulator exclusively on PC. They made games free to play online the same day they were available on Xbox. With all their games. But PlayStation doing that with Helldivers, so FAFO. But the difference, the key difference, is that Xbox didn't have quality games. That is it. That is the ultimate reason.
Like I'd have to go back and look at
people buy the games, not the consoles. And Xbox dried up. They had no games. They had no quality to their games. And that's the thing that we got to watch PlayStation for. And he said it. He's like, oh, the quality games that we are known for. And all that's, well, you better put your mouth where the games are. Goes to Yotai looks like that. You got Death Stranding. You're getting quality games. Who knows what Naughty Dog's cooking, what Corey Balrog's cooking, what Wolverine and Insomniac, with a Venom game. They need to keep that expectation. As long as they keep feeding the beast with quality games from what we know and expect from PlayStation, they will last. Xbox and Microsoft did not. They had excuses. They went on E3 stage and bought studios with no games announced. They launched a brand new console with no launch games and then proceeded to skip a year and do it again in 2022. Their 2021 of Xbox was their 2020. When you got Halo delayed in 2020, not with the console, 2021 became Halo's year, and that was it. It wasn't Halo and then some. It was Halo because, whoops, we missed it. When Redfall and Starfield got delayed out of 2022 into 2023, 2023 was Starfield and Redfall. It became their 22. It wasn't, and that. It was just like, oops, you were supposed to get these last year. Now your 2022 release is your 2023. Enjoy the same year that we had. That's the problem. And then when they came out, they weren't quality. They were excuses. And then Game Pass made people not buy them and take the quality, and we'll fix it later. We'll add features later. They never took advantage of their X system. They never did. And because they didn't, third party didn't do it either. There were a lot of fallacies of Xbox to show why they don't give a shit about their console and their premium owner. And they slapped them in the face. And they poked around elsewhere. And that's why they're in the position that they're in. And they are now desperate to send their stuff out to PlayStation, not to expand the IP and create sequels. You could go ask our wonderful friends over over in Japan in Hi-Fi Rush whether they're getting a sequel or not. Not from Microsoft. They didn't do it to expand their IP. They didn't do it to make people play. They didn't. They're doing it now out of desperation to get money back for all the money they spent to try to be relevant. And they're struggling. PlayStation is sitting high with their IP and wanting to spread the love. But they spread it too far and too thin, it's going to bite them in the ass. And that's where FAFO comes out. But Xbox found out the hard way. They thought that they had people bleeding green for the entirety of... They're like, oh yeah, they'll deal with the bullshit because they like Phil Spencer. They'll deal with it. The guy could only say so many lies before people like... And again, he could lie to you, but the games dried up. The list was, the things that they had on the plan dried up. And then to find out that they're doing so well, but they're laying off people, canceling games, shutting down studios, that's even more telling. And what I think is hilarious is that 3 weeks ago, they were done with Xbox. They shut down Perfect Dark, but they were more excited about a job posting for PlayStation than being upset about Perfect Dark being canceled. And these games that were on their list was for years. As like Xbox is finally going to deliver what they promised on. They built a studio and they're going to deliver a high quality game. It's like, yep, they failed that again. So what else are you going to talk about? Tango Gameworks. That's right, Josh. They make a good game, they shut them down. That's why this is not Xbox. So for all those people scared, like, oh, I'm not going to be cool. I'm not going to get caught up in this like Xbox did. This is not the same. Phil Ness around and find out. That's right, Glinza. It's not the same. And it's years of disappointment. It's years of just not releasing games. And like I said, there's a higher tolerability if you release quality stuff and quality games and deliver on your promises with your platform, that you could do a little bit of FAFOs on the side and maybe not get as much because at least you're feeding the beast. Because I can't see people throwing out, like, I'm done with PlayStation. I canceled everything. And now where are you going to be when Ghost of Yotai comes out? I guess you're not playing it, right? You're done. Or when Sony announces a Venom game, or when they announce something else, you're going to be like, nope, I'm on PC. I'm done. Like, I guess you're done. That's why I don't, like, it's the internet. People want to overreact. People want to do it. That's why I wanted to approach this as a true kind of alternative situation and how it would affect me. Are there going to be options? Is the day one that important? Are these bangers something that I need to buy that PlayStation? And again, it's not the PS5. That's done. It's the PS6. Even a handheld, grinders, even a handheld. You start putting games on the Switch. Oh, well, here's our PlayStation handheld. It's like, oh, hey, it plays PlayStation games. And then Aaron holds up his Switch too, going, me too. This is what I mean. It's different. It does an option. You want to get a PlayStation handheld out there that plays PlayStation games. Here are all the great PS4 games and all these games on your handheld. And it's like, yo, Nixus just spent the last 2 years putting your games on Switch 2. That's a handheld right there. Now you just created competition with yourself. So now you can play Switch games and your games on the Switch 2, and you could just play PlayStation games on your platform. You got to be careful. FAFO. You want to push out a handheld, you better make sure that PlayStation handheld cooks your games. This is what I mean, potential options and competition that they're creating for themselves. SteamOS, Xbox PC. They make a console-like experience, and you got these micro PCs that plug into your TV. You sit back and you play them. A PS4 owner might be like, whoa, that doesn't sound good. Maybe I don't need a PS5. Again, an option, a conversation that should have never existed. But now it does, because they want to spread their IP. And that's just the honest truth as a consumer. I'm not telling anybody to go do it. I'm not telling anybody to wait for games. Honestly, if somebody's like, I'm waiting for the game, guess what? They don't care about it. So I wouldn't take their opinion. And a lot of people do that. Oh, I'm just waiting for Ghost of Yotai. Oh, shut the fuck up. Because I'm going to be playing it and talking about the game. But you just want relevancy. Because go talk about what you're going to play while you wait for Ghost of Yotai. I'm going to play Dungeons and Dragons. All right. Go crawl that ass. So people look for relevancy. Everybody talking about Ghost of Yotai, and then some clown comes out, goes, I'm waiting. Oh, fuck you. Go wait. Go play Dungeons and Dragons. Grab that ass. I don't give a shit. But those words don't be in your mouth because you're not playing the game. So take a fucking walk. And that's how you look at it. Laugh, make a song, and move on. Because they're just looking for acknowledgement. FOMO is powerful. And Sony's going to cook with it. And I think they realize that. You know, we've seen it. They monetized early access and things like that. We've seen it. I'm playing that shit day one, pre-ordered everything. I'm ready to go. I'm not waiting for shit. I'm impatient as hell. That's why I'm waiting. Dude, shut up. Get ahead. Go play Fortnite. I don't give a shit. You don't even need to say it. The words shouldn't even be in your mouth. But if you have enough to come on and say, I'm going to wait for Ghost of Yotai, then guess what? You're just looking for relevancy. Because I'm playing that shit day one, man. I am. Hell yeah. But it's the FOMO. It is. And that's why I said that pillar, that passion, that pillar. I do Warwana. Yes, I do. Yeah. But I don't pre-order them months in advance, though. I'll tell you that. I pre-order them like a day or two before. I don't pre-order them months in advance. Nobody getting my money. Nobody needs my digital money months in advance. When that game has like a 24-hour clock countdown, that's when I pre-order it to get the bonuses. And I recommend everybody do that. That's a Grindhouse tip. You don't need to pre-order a game now that's coming out in the fall. You wait to 2 days before to a day before and you pre-order it. Nobody needs your money now. There's a tip right there. There's no reason to pre-order a game like oh, it comes out in November, I'm pre-ordering today. No. No. Yeah, exactly. After reviews, after play some more gameplay, they show a trailer, pre-order today. Man, you're not getting. I'm going to give you $70 now. No. I'll get those bonuses 5 hours before the game releases. I'll pre-order it. Yeah, digital games. Well, the Warwana, the difference is I used to do the physical games because I would pre-order them. I would do the same thing at GameStop. I would go in the night it releases. You're doing a midnight launch? Yes. All right, here's pre-order. I would only pre-order if they did a midnight launch. That's why, because there's no reason to pre-order it until they start like only getting 4 and 5 copies. Then if it was a kind of a rare game, but very often I would just go pre-order that day and just say I'm coming in at midnight because that's the only way they'll get you into midnight. Pre-order for a midnight launch. But I was very, very I rarely gave a $5 and saying pre-order a game that came out months later. Like I want the yeah. I don't do that. No. But yeah. But you gotta watch. But you're right. You gotta watch like. Well, physical games now with them so limited, especially at GameStop and stuff like that, or physical editions, or I definitely pre-order in advance, like an elite game, like a premier, like the statue, like the Spider-Man statue, the God of War, the Mjolnir, those you pre-order in advance. Yeah, the special editions and stuff like that. But regular games now. But you're right, like with the limitation of some of these physical copies. Pre-ordering is sometimes the only way to get them. So, and that's another reason why. If you have store credit and you got to use it, yeah, of course. Like, I trade in a bunch of stuff and I'm like, oh, you want pre-order? Oh, yeah, pay it off. Yeah, totally. But I'm not just going to give my, like, $70, here you go, game comes out in 8 months. But some people like that. They like it just auto-downloading and John Tar edition. That's right, Drep, the John Tar edition. But yeah. And then the other thing, who's this guy? Oh, yeah. One more of a Nishino here. I got some more Nishino here.
Businesses are the organizational pillars.
Let's get one more Nishino in here. One more quote.
Businesses are the organizational pillars that allow us to deliver for players and creators.
Pillars.
Tightly interconnected components which have each powered our success and are fundamental for us to continue executing successfully. Now turning to the platform business. The PlayStation console is the gateway to a lifetime of player engagement and value, a deep and diverse library of first and third-party content, a valuable and compelling subscription service, and peripherals that enhance the experience. Our platform is stronger than ever, We continue to attract more players, and we now have over 124 million monthly active users.
See? The gateway to all this stuff. All this stuff, the gateway. And we
continue to attract more players.
We're the best that we've ever been. And why is Helldivers 2 on Xbox? This is the same thing that Microsoft does. Like, oh, we are the highest engagement have we ever been. Okay, I'm laying off to the 6,000 people, 9,000 people. It's like, well, wait, whoa. It was to me. You're doing so good. Well, why you didn't poking at the bear? Don't get too cocky, right? We're at the most people, the most subscribers, a lifetime of engagement. FAFO, man. I can't say it better.
And we now have over 124 million monthly active users.
Oh, you're loving it, right? You're loving it, right? Right? Okay. Good.
A wide range of content.
Get ready, 4 years from now. Ooh, our numbers are dipping in engagement because the people are not buying. They're on other platforms. They're buying it from Steam. Oh. Yeah, because guess what? Guess what, PlayStation? I'll tell you a little hint.
Experience.
Guess what? When they buy from Steam, you don't get services, you don't get peripherals, and a player lifetime value, you don't get that either.
To attract more players, and we now have over 124 million monthly active users. Through the wide range of content and services we provide, these players are more engaged than ever, which has resulted in a record high gameplay hours. Our platform is also more accessible than ever. The PlayStation 5 offers the best way for players to experience our content, and as such, this player base has continued to grow.
See that gray area? They got a choice now. Before, that gray would be blue. Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan. But now you give your stuff is somewhere else. That engagement, that gray now has a choice.
These players are highly engaged, spending more on the content and services than in prior generations. However, the PlayStation 4 remains an important access point for existing players to experience our content and services, and we remain committed to serving them.
Do you now? A choice. Roberto, never say nobody, Roberto. I'm not saying, first off, it's not a $2,000 PC, but Roberto, you keep saying nobody buying it, dude. You can't say don't act in extremes. Nobody doing it. You don't know. All I'm saying, it's an option. You guys are so bad in the chat. Sweet Willie, dude.
The platform.
You guys. Shut up, Nishido. Dude, yo, you walked in. Yo, keep saying they're not. Not in droves, but the option is there. But it's a choice. It's a choice.
Black Ops 6, day one game. Black Ops 6, right?
Yeah.
Some people said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room have probably been used to spending $60-$70 on it every year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
and
good to go.
But it's a choice. Like, if we didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe.
You don't have to buy a PC.
If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great. It's great for us. It's great for the
developer. But it's a choice.
If you want to subscribe, it's also great. Like, I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play with, and not try to do slimy platform things to force you to do what I want you to do.
Handheld?
Yeah.
Like zoinks. Hey, Shaggy, grab a bucket and some Lysol. Scrub off my tires. There's fucking dog shit all over by the entrance.
I'm supposed to be picking up scrap.
You'll be picking up your teeth in another second.
It's a choice. Glenzo with the 2, he goes, Phil and Hiroki, future FAFO tag team champions. Hell yeah, exactly. And then Veggie, member 15 months. Thank you so much for your VIP upgrade and renewal. He goes, how Huawei and Tencent can come into gaming with a huge bang. Sony better build up their strength, narrative single-player games, and not go into new ventures. Yo, Veggie, true words right there, man. That's the thing. There's so much noise and competition that I would be building the walls of my house, the structure, the foundation. I would not spread myself too thin. That's another thing that Xbox did. They took the same publishers, the same people that they had, and said, now you make PlayStation, customer. Now you make PC versions of everything. And they went stretched thin. Halo Infinite missing content, games not optimized because they were stretched too thin, like Liquidator said. That's where Sony needs to make sure that their tentpole titles are tentpoles. They're not flappy poles that are all over the place because, oh, we're thinking about the PlayStation, the PC port and the Switch port. Stop. That's where the quality dropped. So Xbox had to fight that because they spread themselves so thin that they're basically... Gordo, exactly. There's another example. Gordo with the 5 and the facts. If they're committed to support PS4, then why isn't Helldivers not on the PS4? Dude, yo, Gordo, facts right there. That's what I mean. Have Nixus make a PS4 version of Helldivers 2 rather than a Series S version. Oh, Sony, what the fuck? This is what I mean. That's what I meant. You got so many other things that you could do with these studios. You making them work on Booster. That's exactly. You look at that gray area, that clown ass. Get them converted over to PS5s. Let them save states come over. Bullshit. But you go wait. You say, no, go make it for the Series S. Sony, you got your head so far up your ass you can't see the sun. Dude, this is what I mean. That's the head scratcher. That's the head scratcher. See, that's what I was trying to say. Have them do something else. They're so important. That business is so there. What are you doing? Because now you're creating options. Shit. Maybe the PS4 guy's like, yo, I'm going to buy an Xbox. Now I can play Helldivers 2. Oh, yo. Sony, you created that path, you dumbasses. Are you prepared for the results? This is what's the problem. Captain Price says he's done. Dude. Nobody's buying Xbox. Nah, but who knows, dude? I'm just saying, yo, man, you guys are going wild. I'm just saying, is it not a factual option that they can? You just go, no. He says I'm too high. It's an option. It's a path. They created that path. That's all I'm saying. How do they not deserve the smoke? Because they just made it an option. He says they're important. Look, that's their services. That's their content. That's their store. Helldivers 2 on PS4. Gordo, you opened up the can of worms. That's why? Nixus, work on that port, bitches. Instead, you're making a console that's over year, smashing. Most expensive console, priced out. Nobody, it's just dying. Wait till they show their financials later this week. Get ready for the deflection now. All of a sudden, they're going to be like, well, at least we're getting PlayStation games. Dude, they're going to be face down, ass up with ET next to them. And guess what? They go put Helldivers 2 on PS4. That's their storefront. That's 100% to them. That's their services. That's their. And it wasn't even like they asked Arrowhead to do it. Arrowhead's so far up their own ass making their new game. They asked Nixus, yo, port that shit to PlayStation 4. We got all these people. Look, 669 million. What the hell it is? 100,000s. Dude, that's who you should be feeding right there. The PlayStation 4 audience. You don't feed the roaches. You feed your own ecosystem first. Hell, just like Polrak said, you didn't even put Helldivers in PlayStation Plus yet. That dopey ass lady was talking about growing our subscriptions. Put something in there worth a damn, lady. Put Helldivers in PlayStation Plus. You want to grow your subscriptions. You didn't even put it over there. Unless that's coming. But that's the issue. You kill the roaches, you don't feed them. But yeah. Greed is a hell of a drug, exactly. And that's why I said that Sony getting the smoke. You know, you could say they're doing right or whatever. Like, hey, again, I'm not telling you that it's over. Throw the PlayStations out. Like, I'm being realistic. I'm just trying to explain the options that they are creating when I think they could be creating options to better solidify their brand. And with all the competition and all the stuff and what Steam is trying to do with PC and what Switch 2 just released, like, you need to be putting up barriers to protect yourself against competition. Yo, look what happens if you put your guard down. Look what Tencent just did with Horizon. You're there like, oh, well, Aloy is up. Yeah, oops. Look what happens. Everybody's willing to bite your head off, especially if you're in the lead, PlayStation. So you can't be like, oh, we'll just give out our stuff to grow our platform. Okay. Be careful. Fly too close to the sun. And then Xbox is at Gamescom.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
They were at Gamescom, and it's going to be first hands-on of the ROG Ally, and they're even trying to make Shovel Knight look like a launch title for it. So you could play Shovel Knight on the Xbox ROG Ally X, cousin's former roommate. So they're going to have a hands-on with this thing. So we'll get more hands-on to see what this ROG Asus Ally is. And I could tell you already from one of the videos that I showed earlier, that Zen 2 processor, it's not much better than the Zen 1. And it's going to be a lot more money. It's going to be a lot more money. But yeah, they put a post out today. And that they're going to be at Gamescom. Hip, hip, hooray. And let's see. Where is it? What bookmarks? They had some Phil Ness sizzle reel of that they're going. Yeah, they are. So much more. Yeah, this is their post. Xbox at Gamescom. Hip hip hooray. Xbox returns to Gamescom with 20 titles to play, including the first public hands-on for multiple games, Hollow Knight Silksong with a demo, PC or ROG Xbox Ally X. So, Xbox returns without an Xbox.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
Phil.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
Talking about an identity crisis. Sony, you don't want to turn up like this. Xbox is going to be there, but no Xbox.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
They'll have an Xbox booth where you can play it on PC or ROG Xbox. So Xbox is going in there with at least $1,000 Xboxes in their booth. Like a gaming PC or ROG Ally X. Good job. Tell me that, and tell me again, who's developing for the Xbox console? Who's developing for this Xbox console? Like I said, head scratcher of the year. Oh yeah, Phil Spencer interview is going to be great content for the Gaming Grindhouse. Keep it locked here. Hit that subscribe button, Grinders. So there you go. Play New demo on the PC or Xbox. Xbox on the Xbox ROG Ally, not on Xbox. The Xbox booth will also include a theater. Dude. The Outer Worlds 2 is getting a theater experience. Oh, man. A theater experience for the ROG Ally X2. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yes, I would like to have a refund.
Not even hands-on playable.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Oh,
activate.
man. Then what's an Xbox, then? A theater experience. My goodness. So, Outer Worlds 2 won't be playable. Good job, Phil. And you can play on the ROG Xbox Ally. 2 new handhelds crafted with Asus. Players can play Hollow Knight, Sea of Thieves, Roblox. Yo, grinders. Yo. ROG Ally Xbox, a handheld PC, Zen 2 processor. Let's see what the power is. And we're going to show you Silksong, Roblox, Sea of Thieves, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Oh,
Helmet! What's going on? Sanders, what's going on? It's Mega Maid. She's gone from suck to blow. What? They're getting all their air back. Do something! Do something!
Because that.
Do something!
Oh, man. Dude. That's what they're running on this thing. Oh, my God. Yeah, they're pushing it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Oh, yeah. Push it to the limit. Yo, $1,000 side piece. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Tony Hawk can be played on the Switch, too. Oh. Well, yeah, they're associating Hollow Knight Silksong with the release of the ROG Xbox. They're making it look like it's a launch title for it. That's what they're doing. Grounded 2 will be there, which releases tomorrow. And Ninja Gaiden 4 will be there. One of that will be on Xbox. And Janky Jones! Janky!
The buried treasure is gemstones of juicy glazed blackberry.
Janky's gonna be there. Man, he's gonna be at the No Sea of Thieves. Oh man, Janky Jones making an appearance. Where is he? Janky! He's there. Janky Jones. He'll be there. In the Circle of Phil Ness. The Order of the Giants. Attendees can play the base game on... What? Whoa. Wait a second. Grinders. Jackie Jones. Yo. It is a memorandum. Do you see this? This is what happens when people don't read. It says, Janky Jones, in celebration of the upcoming DLC, you can play the base game on the show. Oh my God. Oh, I think the DLC is going to come up a little short. Oh man, Phil Spencer.
Would you ship that?
Oh, that DLC got to be 1 hour long, dude. To celebrate the DLC, you can play the base game. The DLC not going to be there. Oh shit! So you'll play the base game. You'll get a snap a photo with Phil. Step into the boots of Indy himself. And piece together a mummified cat puzzle. Oh man, they got friggin' they got Indiana Jones, Janky Jones crafts.
The buried treasure is gemstones of juicy glazed blackberries, raspberries.
Oh my god, they got Janky Jones crafts. Oh man, it's
I lied.
Oh my god. Dude, to celebrate the DLC, you can play the base game. Oh my god, dude, you can't even play the DLC. Dude, that DLC gonna be 1 hour long. Jackie Jones. Gonna be one mission. Oh man. And they got a scavenger hunt for the cat. Oh man, Phil. Juicy Jack. Oh my god, Janky Jones. Oh man, not like this. Where is that? Oh my god. I never saw some more word spin than anything. Yeah, red flagged. Triple. Yo, that's a triple red flag. Dude, that is a triple red flag. The DLC's not even there. Oh, well, we did the DLC. We enhanced the movement. We made it a little bit better in the expansion. Yo, this is gonna be one. There's gonna be one mission.
Another one.
There'll be one mission to celebrate. You can play the base game.
For 6 years, I taught you how to go for the W. You could have been one of the greats. And now look at yourself. You're not even a has-been.
Oh,
you're a never was.
Age of Empires. Oh, yo. What the hell is this shit? Age of Empires mythology retold. Coming to Gamescom. Microsoft Flight Simulator. 2000. Well, we're in 2025. What the fuck? Why are we bringing Flight Simulator 24? Last year's game. Oh my.
Like Zoink.
Yo.
What you just said.
Oh my God, Phil.
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Simulator 24.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response.
They're like mushrooms. Feed them shit and keep them in the dark.
Yo, they're like, yo, get Sea of Thieves, get Flight Simulator. We need to fill it up. So, Grinders and a theater show for Outer Worlds 2. Grinders, do you see something that's missing on here? But they went crazy when the potential delay of Fable. It's not going to make 2026. How dare they? Where is Fable? Where is State of Decay 3? Why are they bringing out Flight Simulator 2024 when we're in 2025? Did the planes change? Where is State of Decay 3? Where is Fable? Oh, but Fable's on track. Is it? Fable wasn't at the showcase. Fable's not at Gamescom. Fable was not at the Developer Direct. Where's Gears E-Day? Oh, it's on track. Is it? But they got room for Flight Simulator 2024. And you know what? Is Flight Simulator on the Xbox Rock? Nope, let's give it Sea of Thieves. Oh, shit. They come to these friggin' events. Grounded comes out tomorrow. They come to this show's in August. Grounded will be out for a month. Yo. Where? Here they are. Let's see. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 16. Where is Clockwork Revolution? Yeah, no. And why is Outer Worlds 2, who had a deep dive in June, getting a theater show? Yo, they regurgitate the same shit. Oh, yeah, you got Flight Simulator last year. Where's Contraband? Where's the tattoos? Where are the tramp stamps? That's what everybody's asking. Where are the tramp stamps? Where is the tattoo booth? There better be one. I need more content. We need more new updated tattoo parlors. They're going to be tattooing Asus ROG Ally X on people's arms. Because...
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
Where's Wukong? Yeah, where is Wukong? That was supposed to come out too. Where's Wukong? Yo. Where's State of K3? Fable. How... We're getting rid of rumor segments. Fable is on track for next year. No. But they'll focus on their job posting that got all of them hot and bothered. But like I said before, PlayStation is not Xbox. Because this is what Xbox does. They pretend that they got something and they go there with empty hands and promises. The games. Still showing Sea of Thieves. Flight Simulator. Dude, they milked that game last year because they at least had a 2024 release to the same goddamn planes. Why are they showing 2020? You imagine if EA was like, guys, we have a Madden event. You could play Madden 24. It's like, huh? You can play all last year's games at our event in 2025. You can play last year's games. No, yeah, where's Starfield? Where's Starfield DLC? They're supposed to have annualized big DLC packs. Nope. Sea of Thieves, the house fly that doesn't die, man. That's all Rare is. Sea of Thieves updates. They got it work. It's on the ROG Xbox handheld. Yo, man. That's disappointing. But there you go. Xbox at Gamescom. Excited? That's in a month. You get to play the games that come out tomorrow in a month and games that released last year in a month. And a theater experience for Outer Worlds 2, which releases. No, like, let's do a mission. All controlled. All in a theater. Maybe they'll have some rare honey. Contraband. Where's Contraband? Where's Fable? Where's Gears E-Day? Nothing. Another nothing burger. Well, grinders, this has been an epic show with a lot of emotion, a lot of grinders, and I share that emotion and power. And again, hey man, everybody game where they want to game. You buy the games, but exclusives matter. And you know what? You could put it on other places if it's dried up, all the stuff. But be careful you don't push too far because you're going to get burnt if you get too close to the sun. And that's all my advice is for Sony. So, hey, you're riding high. You're doing well. Continue to cook. Ghost of Yotai looks awesome. I'm excited about what their other games are going to come out from their first party. The second party deals, the console itself, the pro's been cooking. Great. Xbox, I'm very disappointed. No Perfect Dark. No updates on Fable. Yet again, we're in the dark. And that's been always the problem with Xbox. It's the games. And that's why it hurts them so much that they finally actually have some games. And those games are now going to PlayStation. They waited so long to just say we got some decent games. And they're decent, some of them. And once they're decent, they're now going on the competitor because we wanted to use them as leverage to say, see, we waited and it paid off. But Phil took that away from his Xbox fans. And that sucks. Because they waited so long for the moment where at least they had some games coming out that were worth a damn. And when they are, they can't even celebrate them as something that they waited for that identifies with Xbox. Phil took that away from them. And they're bitter about it. That's why misery loves company. And that's why they want PlayStation to just dump all their best games on Xbox. And guess what, grinders? If they do, Xbox still loses. Because there is nothing on Xbox that could come from their studios that matches the quality of any of those games going back to the PS4. And all we'll do is show them the greatness that they've been missing out on. And may grind their gears enough for them to finally say, I'm done with this.
Where that box is in the name of our brand.
But we never know. Never say never. But keep it locked here to the Gaming Grindhouse. That's one thing you need to do. You need to hit that like button and go. And I'll leave you with those final words. I think Xbox is going to be done before PlayStation could FAFO. And with that, grinders, hit that like button. You earned yourself incredible songs for the Super Chat goals. We are cooking. So grinders, hit that like button, and we are going to play one of a brand new song. Let me see. You know what? I think this, we're going to do, we'll do, where are my songs I want to play? Here we go. Here you go. Here's your songs, grinders. Thank you so much. You hit that. Grindhouse is always good times. Yeah, man. I try to make it fun. I try to make it educational, but hey, man. Thank you again. I appreciate all the support. We're on our way to 3,100. Hit that like, share it out. And again, you want different things, need help, headphones, electronics, and gaming. Dude, I am here. Put it in the chat. I read all the chats. And, you know, hit me up on PlayStation, hit me up on here on the Xbox. We have a kick-ass community here, or even on the Discord. But keep it locked here to Gaming Grindhouse, and you got yourself a song, grinders. So get ready. Here we go.
Xbox talking big,
Gaming Grindhouse music, baby.
Tiny, flexing Janky Jones, that's the hill they down slimy. PlayStation roster cinema in a jewel case. Xbox exclusives, man, I can't keep a straight face. Halo Dusty, Forza Rusty, Fables turn to Fables, Fables trust me. They borrowing the sauce, but the flavor's missing. Even with the recipe, they still ain't in the kitchen. Games on Xbox, still they lose the race. PlayStation classics always set the pace. Borrow the crown, but it don't fit it right. Flexing Janky Jones, bro, not tonight. Uncharted treasures. Xbox digging in the landfill. They're shopping for clout, we building art with an anvil. Cradle swinging axes, their heroes still glitching. We storytelling 4K, they stuck reminiscing. Feel trying to buy the dream, but it don't convert. PlayStation winning hearts, call it concert merch. Janky Jones on the lineup, that's a bold decision. But even in the showcase, it's all derision. Games on Xbox, still they lose the race. PlayStation classics always set the pace. Borrow the crown, but it don't fit right. Flexing Janky Jones, bro, not tonight. Games on Xbox, still they lose the race.
That's Gaming Grindhouse music, man. VIPs and ultimate VIPs get the bangers in the playlist. This is the preview because you earn it, grinders. Don't flex that Janky Jones. Here's your outro.